Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Alexios here. It's Sunday morning, so Sunday special report. And today we're looking at the Raptors 2023-24 NBA season schedule. It's very interesting. I've looked at it a little bit more this morning already, a little bit more in depth. And, we'll just go over the whole thing, kind of talk about the advantages, disadvantages of it, and also kind of the fishy stuff. But, in some ways, this schedule is easier than last year. This schedule doesn't rub me as bad as the other one. Sure, it's not easy. Sure, it's going to be difficult. Sure, the beginning of the season is hell for the Raptors. And in some ways, it's designed in that way with our sense of our not being totally together or figured out right now. It's kind of up in the air. So they're going to give us a test to the fire right at the beginning. Because like Karthika of TSN Stats said, we're playing most of the games against Eastern Conference top teams in the first 2 months of the season. We will play most of our games against Philadelphia, Boston, Cleveland, and New York before Christmas. So there's not a lot of time on the clock for Darko and the team to get their shit together and get going in the season, because right away, as soon as they get started, there's huge tests, like a second night of back-to-back on a Saturday against Nick Nurse and the Philadelphia 76ers in Toronto on that first Saturday of the season. So we'll kind of do a whole overview. I'm going to check in with you guys in the comments. My good friend Tom Duke is back, if you've noticed in the chat, and he's brought something very interesting with him that we need to talk about also first thing this morning. Seymour Pape first in this morning, it looks like. He's saying Brooklyn Nets fans tried roasting every team's logo. Man, what a bum organization. They called the Raptors logo the red chili pepper, and Spurs was an exploding field goal post. Laugh out loud. F Brooklyn. Well, they could have said worse to us. I mean, in some ways, they're right. Our newer logo, the one that, the reason why we have that logo is very interesting. The Raptor logo is a very good logo. The one with the Raptor dribbling, I like that one, but it's too complicated. They wanted a simpler logo as the standard logo so that it was easier to print on shirts and hats and things like that. The Raptor itself takes a little bit more thread, different colors of thread, and it's a little bit more expensive to produce the Raptors logo with the Raptor dribbling the ball, the original logo. So that's why the Raptors have the chili pepper logo, is because the league wanted everybody to have more simple logos that they could reproduce in certain ways on apparel so that they could sell the apparel. That's why we have that weird claw basketball. It very much was a money decision. Trust me. I don't like that logo as much either. I mean, it's grown on me. I like it more and more. This one right here, it's in black, so you can't really see it because it's the black on black hat. But it's grown on me over the years. When we first revealed it, I was very ho hum about the busted chili pepper. But it's grown on me. It's grown on me. We really just got it in the middle of the DeMar and Kyle years. So in some ways, I associate that logo with DeMar and Kyle, just because they were the ones when it was very brand new. So yeah, and F Brooklyn. Thank you, Seymour, for your contribution, Sheriff. Cowboys here. Good to see Canadian Cowboy. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. Bam, 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 bam. We've got the best logo in the league. This is what Cowboy thinks. He likes this scratchy thing. In some ways, our logo is not that far off from the Brooklyn Nets logo. So who are they to say? And who are they to say about their logo? I mean, really, look at it. It's just black and white basketball with a B on it. Yeah, pretty basic. B is for basic. Hello. You want to burn our logo, say, oh, you busted up chili pepper logo. Well, look at your basic ass logo. Yeah, would you go get it from Wish or something? You got it from some other low level, it's like a Kmart brand logo you got there. Yeah. There's not much to that Brooklyn B. That's right. He's also saying, what's up, Seymour? Did you or the Raptor Freak family see the Leak Lakers jersey this season? They're stealing our shit. Check it out. No, I did not. Is it the black jersey? I did see a black jersey on social media yesterday. People were saying, should they bring back the Mamba jerseys for the Lakers in honor of Kobe, wearing that all black Lakers jersey? Who knows? Whatever they're doing, let them do whatever. In some ways, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. Whether it's stealing our ideas on the basketball court for building our roster, or having Vision 6-9, or just stealing different things about our team because it's working. Yeah, they want to be like us because we know we're doing good. So this is not an insult. This is actually a compliment. I would say this: the Lakers want to have stuff that looks like our stuff. Hey, that's all right. Canadian Dana is here. Good morning, everybody. Dana is a member of this channel, and if you can see next to her name, she has a new emblem. It is not no any longer that just generic star like the Brooklyn Nets logo, very generic. She has an actual metal emote next to her name that is the raptor around the basketball. Another great raptor logo that we love, the raptor swallowing up the ball. Well, look at Dana and Trevor with those nice new logos next to their names as members of this channel. That's right, Mr. Tom Duke, associate producer of this channel, helping me with different ways, has gotten us new emotes and new things. You guys can go and check them out as a member of this channel. You have access to new emotes. And so go look, Dana, Trevor, there's stuff there in your emote little thing. And there's pictures of me. We're going to see me in there. And I think Grady and his cat. So there's some Raptor related emotes to this channel now. So membership has its privileges. Dana and Trevor, show it off. You guys have the power. That's right. Good morning to you, Dana. Always good to see you. And Trevor J. Good morning, Raptors family. All right, let's see what Trevor J is saying for our words of wisdom on a Sunday. Let's see. Yes, the rest of the NBA doesn't like Raptors, but they can still shit from us. They steal shit from us. They want everything we have. And there's Pascal. Look at that. Look at that Pascal emote. Look at that. He's got Pascal Siakam in his comment. That's pretty cool, Trevor J. So, guys, if you want to talk about certain players and you know the emotes there, you can just put his face in there. I'll know you're talking about Siakam. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Shorthand. Don't worry about spelling out Siakam. So many people misspell it all the time. Just put his head in there and I'll know who you're talking about. Trevor J doing the first emote ever on the Raptor Free channel with Pascal Siakam head. How fitting. I love it. Trevor J's words of wisdom is let's see what he's saying. Better days, better mind, better life. Having all those things make you unstoppable because you are in control. That's right. That's one of the things that, people try and like piss you off. People literally try you. That's because they want to get on your skin. Some noise is a power play. They feel like they're powerless in their lives. Well, if they can emotionally control someone or make somebody feel something, then they get power for themselves. And it's a vampire. It's a bad situation. So the best remedy for this is not a garlic necklace to get that energy vampire away from you. It's to basically show them in your life that they have no effect over you, that they only get their reward if you show that it affected you. So if you have someone in your life like this that's kind of getting your way and making you feel bad and stuff like that, let them know that they're not having an effect on you and they will go away and they'll stop. Trust me. Yeah, Tom Duke's got the picture of me. Look at the little picture of me there. Let's go, Tommy Duke. Thank you so much. You are the man, Tom. We have missed you on this channel so much, my brother. And having you back here is just like a bolt of energy into the channel. And honestly, I love what you did, Tom. These are so cool. Look at that's me, man. I've got a little box just like Siakam. Pretty cool. Tom using the Raptor Freak emote first thing up. Yeah, I love it, Tom. I love it. Can you say good morning? G saying, Tom Duke, is that Lex in the photo? Yeah. Yeah, we got the new membership emotes, G. Yeah, emotes and badges, new stuff. It's very cool. Let's see. Guardian Transit's here. Good to see Guardian Transit. I believe Raptors are better than they are being pegged. My projection for the team sits at 46 games. We have a much stronger bench. Yeah, we're going to need it. Looking at this schedule, like I said, we're thrown to the fire right away. There's fishy stuff about it. One of the things I checked about in the schedule yesterday is when do we play Memphis? Because, of course, Memphis has Ja Morant, and he's suspended for like the first part of the season. I don't think he comes back to play until almost Christmas. Well, guess what? We play both our games after that. So they will have Ja Morant available for both the games against the Toronto Raptors this year. Now, I looked and I wanted to see how it works for everybody because the Memphis Grizzlies put a thing out showing all the teams in the Atlantic Division when they play them. And the only team in the Atlantic Division that gets a game against the Grizzlies before Ja Morant's suspension is up is guess who? Yeah, you can guess who it is. The one team in this division that's going to get favor for sure, the Boston Celtics. So the Celtics get to play the Grizzlies early before Ja is back at least once out of the two games they play against the Grizzlies this year. And everybody else gets their games after Ja returns. The Knicks, the Sixers, the Nets, ourselves. But the Celtics, they get a little gimme game playing against the Grizzlies before Ja returns. So yeah, I checked that in NBA. I checked that. That's right. I know about this. That's right. Tom Duke has got. Look at that one. That's a raptor head. Yeah. That, you know what? We got the real chomp chomp head now. We had the generic YouTube emoticon chomp chomp raptor head. Now we've got the real chomp chomp raptor head. Tom Duke has installed it into the channel. Look at that chomp chomp. That's right. Tom is saying, yes, Lex is in that picture. That's right. Bonafide. That's right. I have been put into the algorithm of YouTube. I am now like Tron. I am in the game. I am now in the computer, and you guys can play disc throwing disc games against Sarn with me now. Yeah, that's right. Tron is in the house. That's right. Seymour saying, Tom, that's heavy, bro. That's heavy cat. He's got a cat in a box. I don't think I've seen that emoticon ever before either. That's very weird. Tom, did you add a cat in a box? Is that supposed to be Milky? Is that Grady's cat Milky in a box? I love it. Okay, look at this. Tom's putting the parade out. We can see there's a few of them here. We got Siakam. That looks like young Scott Wayne Barnes wearing his rookie red hat in his white suit on rookie draft day. And then we got OG, of course, a nice picture of OG smiling. Yeah, I love it. This is great. G says, nice, Tom. I know. Let's applaud Tom Duke for amazing, awesome addition to the Raptor Freak channel this morning. These emotes are going to be fun. And I'm sure the shorthand will be nice. Yeah, look at that. Dana's putting me on blast. She's got four Lex lineup going into the game. You put one more out there, we got starting five. That's right. I'm versatile. I can play all five positions. Put me at center. Yeah, let me run the point. Yeah, let's go. Tom's like, fun stuff for sure, Tom. Awesome, man. Like I said, man, I'm so happy to have you back. We've been worried about you a little bit, but we know that Tom, first of all, there's a couple things going on. Tom has his busiest part of the year right now for his business. So it really is that kind of thing where it's, in Canada, sometimes you got to get the getting when you can, when the weather is nice and in the middle of the summer. So Tom's in that heavy period. And also Tom needs a break from Raptors basketball. He's so diehard. He's here all season, day in and day out. It is a toll. And he's taken his regular rest. He did this last season also. Now, the other thing is, I'm worried about you, Tom, because you're out west in the Western Canada, and there's very bad forest fires all over Western Canada right now. I know that there's nothing threatening your community right now, but the stuff I'm hearing about Yellowknife and Kaloa is not good. I hate this. I hate this. And I hope you're safe, and I want everybody, your friends and family, and everybody out there around you, Tom and Victoria, everybody out in Western Canada to be safe from this very, very bad forest fires out west right now. So please, Tom, be safe, please. Monique's here. Good to see the super fan. Monique Lawrence, the greatest. Good morning. Nick Nurse must be in shambles. Monique is coming in with the hot news. It's like breaking news. Nick Nurse in shambles. Yes, Monique. Thank you for your report. It's very enjoyable right now. How many times he sees us? Let's go. That's right. Listen, we're going to play him 4 times. There's a possibility we could play him more. There's a very interesting aspect about the in-season tournament I was just reading about. There's 2 mystery games. Basically, the schedule that they dropped on us a couple days ago, it only has 82 games on it. There's 2 mystery games that will be filled in during that in-season tournament week in the beginning of December. So there's going to be like 2 mystery games where we play opponents that we have no idea who they're going to be. And it's all going to be determined by the in-season tournament games, the earlier ones. So that's pretty cool that we're going to have 2 mystery games that we have no idea who the opponents are going to be in the first week of December. I in some ways, I like that. I know it's a little weird and maybe like you want to know who you're going to be playing the whole year so you can plan out your travel and family stuff. I know players. But those 2 mystery games at the beginning of December, because of the in-season tournament, are pretty cool in some ways. Honestly, I kind of like them. Thank you, Monique, for reminding us about Nick Nurse in shambles. Yes, the man is in shambles. Guardian saying, how do you access them? Well, Guardian, you have to become a member. Now, you may be lucky and have somebody like David Saborin gift a membership all of a sudden in the chat, because he's been doing that in the last week or so. So if you see this happen, if you don't want to support the channel yourself, that's fine. You support it by being here just on your own, Guardian. And I love that. But this is one of the weird perks we're trying to add to encourage membership, is to have these emoticons and stuff. So I don't know if you can, maybe you can access them still. I don't know how they work. If they're only for members, I don't know. I don't know how they work exactly. Dana's putting them all on blast here. Okay, we've got Pascal. We've got Scotty. That looks like Grady Dick with his cat, the third picture. There's the Raptor head. There's Drake. And there's OG. Wow. 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 And Trevor Jay's got putting them on blast too. Let's go Raptors. He's putting them all in order too. OG, Pascal, Grady Dick with the cat, Drake, myself, and Scotty. What a crew. What a crew. That's a starting five and a coach right there. As far as there's six heads. Maybe Drake's the coach and I'm playing with the guys. Yeah, that's what it is. Drake's the coach. He's not playing. And Isaac's got a little dinosaur with the raptor head. I love it. So the old emoticon's still there. You can still access the old ones and mix them with the new. Why not? Isaac Campbell, good to see you. Yeah, that Grady Dick one's pretty cool, Tom. That is Grady, right? With his cat holding it. It's kind of hard to see, like you said. Okay, Isaac's all about young Scott Wayne. He's got like about 20 of them right there. 20 Scotties right there. An army of Scotties coming at us from Ottawa right now. And Cowboys saying, this is awesome. Let's grow, Raptor Freaks family. Also, I watched France highlights. We got this. Let's go, Canada. Yes, let's go, Cowboy. I hear you. And France is going to be interesting. It's going to be a tough game Friday, 9:30 a.m. on this channel. We'll do a watch along. Canada versus France, the beginning of the World Cup in Jakarta. That first game that really matters. Friday morning, 9:30. We'll be watching along with it on Friday morning. So be ready for that, people. Tom Duke saying, pardon my absence. Pumped to be back with the Raptor Freak family. Missed you guys as well. Crazy world. Of course, the area is on fire. No, we don't want the Arctic is on fire. Yeah, the Arctic is on fire. That's crazy. That is crazy, Tom. I really do worry about us in these fires. And I worry about like the response. I mean, I saw a NASA picture and it looks like pretty much it's just crazy how Western Canada is just like filled with fires right from like down near where you're at all the way right up to the Arctic Circle. So I'm worrying about it. And hopefully that, I know that fire is natural in the natural world to an extent, but it just seems like too much. And maybe we're giving too much of the factors that are conducive to causing these fires. We're contributing to them too much. And that may be why they're more prevalent in certain ways, or, in some ways they're natural. Lightning strikes a tree in the woods and there is a forest fire all of a sudden sometimes. So hopefully they can get these things under control. In some ways, fire is destructive, but it's also very healthy for natural habitats also. In some ways, it helps things grow back in a certain way, even stronger and better. But if there's too much fire all at once, it can be very detrimental to the air and the quality of the air around places. The trees are basically scrubbing the air for us of all the carbon and all the things that aren't good for us and giving us oxygen. And this is really the why we should champion trees and protect them at all costs and allow them, because they literally are our life. We don't have trees, we don't live. We need them to breathe. So that's why we got to fight this fight to help the trees. Seriously, I'm gonna get more on pro tree tip on this channel as we go, especially since I'm out in the country right now and there's beautiful trees right in front of me out the window. Yeah, I've got my hat wall that you guys remember from before, where maybe I'll put on a different hat during the middle of the show. Maybe I'll take hat requests. Yeah, there's some interesting summer hats up there. There's a sombrero up there on top and some nice bonnets, I guess. They're kind of bonnets or something. I don't know. Yeah. Let's see. Tom saying, not sure if that star from Degrassi warrants an emote. What are you talking about, Drake? Have you seen his new hair? He's doing it out on the sides like this, like a little girl. And, I don't hate it. It's kind of cool. Drake's Drake. We got to love Drake. He's our dude. He's our global ambassador. I maybe if he wasn't attached to the Raptors like he is, maybe I wouldn't be into him. That might be true. Maybe I'd be like listening to his music and like, yeah, I'll pass. I did listen to Travis Scott's new stuff. Yes, a couple days ago. The video's not bad. Honestly, the video's not bad. The two videos he put out this week. I haven't listened to the whole album, but the songs are kind of eh. In some ways they're okay, but I don't know. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Travis Scott because he has had a big drop this week. Let's see. Cowboys saying, miss you, Tom. Stay safe out in BC. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, Tommy, please be safe. And I know that, you're in a place where they're going to really protect it. So if the fire starts coming towards you, yeah, they're going to be out there in full effect. Let's see. Tom's saying, more and more alien stuff coming out, which is fun. Haha. Yeah, the alien stuff is really hot these days with a congressional hearing and somebody saying, yeah, I know the aliens exist. I saw them. Yeah, this is interesting. We knew they were among us all along. They've been among us for centuries and civilizations. It's just that, every time, once in a while, they want to make it known. Maybe they're hiding because current affair and dun, 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 and it was all out there trying to find them and put them on blast on TV. It's like, no, I don't want to be put on blast by Geraldo Rivera. Yeah, no, I'll come out and show myself at the right time on my own terms. Well, we'll see, aliens. Please help us. Please help us with our problem. Seriously. I hope that some people are joking that aliens may just be the Jeff Bezos and the Elon Musks of the other planets. Oh, we're fucked then. Oh my gosh, we're totally screwed then if it's the billionaires of other planets that are coming here in their spaceships. Whoa. Tom's laughing and bam. Yes, I love the cowboy hat for cowboy. Let's see. Trevor's got some takeout food. What is that, Trevor? Is that takeout food or is that the cat in the box? That looks like a cat in a box. Crazy. Monique's saying no Boxing Day game, 2 game break after Christmas. I like it. I like it too, Monique. I want our guys to be able to spend time with their families around Christmas. And sometimes it's annoying when they put the game on Boxing Day, the day after Christmas, because I know these guys have to travel away from their families just suddenly. Like, they may be doing the end of Christmas Day with their kids, and then all of a sudden it's like Dennis Schroeder's like, "All right, Ellen, I gotta go. We're going to LA." It's like, okay, good. They get a couple days off. That's great. Honestly, let's be humanitarians about this. Who cares if we play on Christmas? We, in some ways, don't deserve a Christmas game. I get it this year. In other years, we have deserved one and we didn't get one. But this year, I can't complain and say, oh, we deserve a Christmas game. We really don't. And in some ways, let's look at the bright side. Our guys get to be with their families on Christmas. They don't have to travel. They don't have to play on Christmas Day. And then the other one is, as we pointed out before, we don't have to watch a game and possibly have it be a loss and feel shitty for the rest of Christmas. Because that's happened too. When we got a Christmas game against Boston that the last time, that's what happened. We played at a noon game and we got beat, and then the rest of Christmas kind of like, I hate this. So in some ways, not having a Christmas game is actually in Raptors Nation's favor. It really is. I mean, honestly, I'm really going hard on this tip right now because people are complaining there's no national TV games. They're saying, oh, the Raptors this, the Raptors that. Well, first of all, the misconception is that we have the least amount of national TV games, but that's not true. We actually have 4 national TV games, just like Charlotte, just like a couple other teams. So there's like 4 or 5 teams that only have 4 games. So it's not like we're getting completely slighted to a level lower than anybody else. They tried to list that we only had 3, but we have 1 TNT game and we have 3 NBA TV games. In some ways, once again, I'll go on the record as saying this is a good thing for the Raptors. We don't need the exposure right now while we're a work in progress. In some ways, you're better to work in the dark and when nobody's eyes on you because there's less pressure. And also, you can work on your stuff and fail and succeed as you need to get the right place. Now, we put our games on blast too much in the States this year and we're not successful. Well, there starts to form more opinions about us. Like, even when we're winning and we're a badass team, we're a playoff team every year, they still slight us. So just imagine if we get put on blast in the States and we lose games under Darko, they're going to say we're dead and they're going to put it even further than they do already. So in some ways, it benefits us not to be on television in the United States this season. And I'm okay with it. In some ways, they don't deserve to watch us. They have not enjoyed us or valued our kind of play and our star power and our interesting, fun ways that we play with Precious and Scotty and Pascal and OG and all those guys. In some ways, they don't deserve to watch us. Leave it to us, the Canadian audience, and we'll take care of our guys and root for them and watch them properly. So yeah, I'm not even upset that we don't have national TV games in the States. It's a benefit, honestly. We can make every dark cloud have a silver lining. And this is a good one, actually. In some ways, those national TV games give you a lot more pressure. And, in some ways, we're a young team. In some ways, we don't need extra pressure. These in-season tournament games are going to be pressurized already, let alone putting us against Boston on a Friday night in our first in-season tournament on national TV in the States. That's not going to benefit us. Trust me. That won't benefit us. In fact, we have a better chance of beating them, not being put on blast down south. So yeah, there you go. Cowboys saying Tom needs at least 6 dunks, or even more. Come on down, aliens. All right, Cowboys endorsing aliens and dunks for Tom. So let's get Tom Duke 6 dunks, a 6-pack on the order of Canadian Cowboy for the amazing emotes. All right, so Tom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, Tom, you just launched yourself up into like the top 5 of dunks in the Raptor Freak family. That's right. Naco the Nacho is here. He's got Schrodinger's cat. That's the cat in the box, right? Yeah, good stuff, Naco. Always good to see my good friend Gerald. It's interesting. Gerald's up early on a Sunday morning. I love it, Gerald. You doing all right, Gerald? Remember, guys, today is the day. Gerald is hitting the stage for Comedy Brawl, Danforth Comedy Bar, and he needs your help. Come down there and vote for Gerald Mayhew. He's in the Comedy Brawl. He's going to be brawling people with his comedy, and he needs your help. So if you can make it to the show, get down to Comedy Bar, Danforth East, and help out Jerry. Yeah, I'm out at the cottage, Jerry, so I'm not going to be able to get down there for you, Gerald. I'm sorry. Isaac is reenacting the Drake video in his emotes. He's got Drake and he's got the phone. He's like, and he's got the hotline bling. That's what this means. I'm reading his language, Tom Duke's language. He's added words to his language, and he's wrote out hotline bling. That's exactly what Isaac's saying there. NBA Quick Takes is in the house. Enough respect, Raptor Freaks, 100%. NBA Quick Takes, another great YouTube channel oriented around the NBA and talking about NBA stuff. I've seen you've been on a couple times this week. NBA Quick Takes, good stuff. If I've been available, I would have jumped in there in your chat when I saw that you were coming on, but I had things I was doing at the time. But always check out NBA Quick Takes. He's doing lives too at times, and they're great. Like him and his buddy, they just talk NBA and give you quick takes. And it's entertaining, and you get the opportunity to come in there and write stuff in the comments and stuff like that too. So definitely subscribe and follow NBA Quick Takes, a great YouTube channel. Michael Borland is a member. He was gifted a membership this week. Good to see Mike. They play nationally every game they play in reality. That's right. That's the way to frame it right there. Mike's got it right. What national games? You mean in the U.S.? We're a Canadian team, and our games are broadcast nationally across Canada. And that's what matters. In fact, that's part of the reason why they don't give us games down there. And it's like they look at it and like Adam Silver's like, well, they're nationally televised in Canada every single game. So like, why do we have to worry about nationally televising them down there? That is part of the reason why we don't get those games down there in some ways. You know, I feel bad for Raptors fans that live in the States that want to see the Raptors more. They really do need to get league pass. They really, really, really do. Because if you're a Raptors fan and you live in the States and you want to watch them regularly, you need League Pass. You really, really do, because you're not going to see them enough on your local TV with the team that you root for or on the national television on the games that we play down there. Michael, always good to see you, and fantastic to see you in the green membership green there with the awesome. Fiercey's here. Fiercey's got the membership green also. Good morning, fam, and happy Sunday. It's okay. Let them sleep on us. I will still watch our boys play and soar. Those are cool emojis. That's right, Fiercey. You got the access to the Pascal head, the OG head, the Scotty head. Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see the comments now. You know, if you're talking about any one of those guys, you just put their head in there, and I'll know who you're talking about. Oh, she's talking about OG, and I'll be like, okay, OG, good stuff. Always good to see Fiercey, and I'm glad Fiercey made it into the membership group on Facebook. Finally, we got Fiercey connected with us on Facebook. G saying Grady's emote is the best. Speaking of Grady, in the small Rico clips I've seen, he looked good. Yeah, we're getting little bits filtered out. I don't know why they're holding on to this stuff so hard. Could it be that the Raptors are like, don't put us on blast this year like you did last year? It really didn't help us. Could it be that Rico's got such good material, he really wants to craft it and edit it and make it absolutely epic, that it's something weird coming? Because I have seen some, at least an up and under by Grady Dick that looked really nice. We've seen Marquise Noel locking up Jaden Ivey in recent days at the UCLA workouts. So we'll have to see. I'm very excited to see what happens with the Rico runs with the Raptors there, because we know Grady was there, Scotty was there, Marquise, Christian, Pascal, OG. These guys were all there. So we want to see what they were doing. Let us see this, Rico. Don't be holding that stuff, man. Yeah, don't hold that stuff from us. That's right. Tom Duke has got a basketball, nice 6-pack of dunks. There you go. He's got the Peachtree baskets, the James T. Naismith Peachtree baskets. that were used, the peach baskets. Yeah, Grady and Milky have black shades on. What is this? Tom Duke has gifted 5 Raptor Freak memberships. There you go, guys. You want those emotes? Get them right now. Whoever's here with me right now, 21 people watching me right now, 5 of you that aren't members are going to be members very soon. I don't know if you click on the little box of Tom with the 5 gifts in the live chat. If you see it at the top, it says Tom Duke has gifted 5 Raptor Freak memberships to the channel, y'all. Holy crap. What a benevolent man. Oh my gosh, Tommy. Tommy. Yeah, back with a vengeance of generosity. Yeah, back with the vengeance of generosity. Those are the kind of movies I want to see produced, where the lead character comes back and the tagline's back with a vengeance of generosity. Yeah, that's the story I want told, Hollywood. Give me that story about Tom Duke. That's right, the generous one. That's right. Let's go. I love it. He's got the Petri baskets, and Grady and Milky have black shades on. That's cool. The cat has shades on, and the little cat. Oh my gosh, that's insane. I love it. Look at the shades. Tom's got all kinds of shades. He's got the shades on the yellow head. He's got the shades, and then he's got a red dude wanting the shades. He wants those shades. Trevor J saying, "Let's go." Raptors a lineup with the new coach Darko for the new season and kick some ass. That's right. He's got that lineup: Pascal, Scotty, OG, and Grady. There you go. Let's go. Monique saying, who knew that David Thorpe would tweet that message? Wow, but I'm glad. All right. Monique is alluding to a tweet that I posted in the Raptor Freak chat last night. And what it was basically David Thorpe saying this. It's really weird. This is last night, and I think it's about the Nick Nurse situation. He said, please don't assume headlines and tweets from others accurately define what's in an article. In no way did I place full blame on any one person or position in Toronto. Enjoy the weekend. Stay out safe out west. Oh, wow. So it's current because he's talking about stay safe out west. So he just said this recently. It may be that people are trying to peg him. I may have said this myself on this channel, that David Thorpe said a lot of our problems from last season were very solely on Nick Nurse's shoulders. Well, he did kind of name 3 people when he made that statement last December. It was Nick, Fred, and OG that he had problems with as far as how things were going with the Raptors. He said he would have fired Nick right away and hired Earl Watson and traded OG and Fred because of issues around the team. That's very interesting. So maybe he's backtracking some of this a little bit at this point, Superfan Monique. But yeah, this is very interesting. David Thorpe still coming around and being in the news with the Raptors to an extent. And, in some ways, that tweet and what he said last December really was a harbinger of what happened by the end of the season with Nick Nurse. And in some ways, he knew something way before. He probably knew when something bad happened. And in some ways, that's part of the details and the clues of figuring out what the hell happened to the Raptors last season. Is, well, when did David Thorpe tweet that? That was in December. So things went south in November or early December with the Raptors, obviously, for their season last year. And they couldn't get it together or figure it out by the end of the season. In fact, it got worse and worse. And then we see Earl Watson with his post yesterday that we were talking about on Instagram, where he says a good coach is able to give direction without pissing off the player and making them mad at them. Is basically what he said. It's crazy. Yeah, we're figuring out more and more. Poor Nick. In some ways, they're saying James Harden will show up to camp just to spite the Sixers and to be a thorn in their side and cause issues and waves. In some ways, people are saying he is going to show up for training camp, but not seriously and as a destructive force. Well, let's see how that goes with Nick Nurse. Whatever way this plays out with James Harden, it's not going to help the Sixers. No way, which way. If he stays and he's around, he's going to be annoying until he's gone. If he's gone, well, he's gone. You don't get that assist guy for Embiid, and Embiid may be out right after that. We're here in Miami and New York are salivating at the chance to possibly acquire Joel Embiid, and people are saying Joel's more likely to leave Philadelphia sooner than later, is what they're saying now in tweets. So, yeah, Nick, he wanted to go to Philly partly because he said the best reason why he went to Philly was to coach the MVP, the reigning MVP of the league. Well, you might not even get that. You may just get the very bad press corps that's on your ass, a very rabid, weird, crazy fan base that may be all over you. You think we're fascinating. Wait till you see how Philly fan is when they're losing. And yeah, we're going to have to see how this all goes for him. I do not envy Nick Nurse. And you know what? It's all gone really shitty, and he hasn't even started coaching them yet. It's already a really bad situation for him. All right, Guardians, Cowboys saying, what time, Nako? Because he wants to go see the comedy bar. Let's see. Holy crap. Let me see. All right, you guys cleaned up and took them. What time, Nako? Also, Tom, you need an emoji for who shall not be named. That's the emoji for him, Cowboy. You used it. Can't wait for this season to start. I believe him. He doesn't deserve his own specific Tom Duke made emoji or No, he doesn't. That one is fine. Purple cry face is the official emote of Robert Pensera, aka Robert Misovich. So if you want to get across him without saying his name, if you do that little teary-eyed, purple-eyed picture, that's Pensera. So if you ever want to get it across that in shorthand, that is what I will say. If you say that, put that little face. That's the Pensera face right there. And he doesn't need a special one. He just gets a generic one that comes with YouTube. That's right. Tom Duke, let's fucking go. Nameless is loving it. All right, let's see who got him. We got Kareem Thomas getting one of them, one of our dunk champions getting one of them. I love to see Kareem getting one of them. Joel Lester, welcome, Joel. I hope you'll get involved in our chat as a member of our channel at this point. Great to see a new name. Jace Carey is another one in here that's going to get we're going to find out all these people are watching me and who never participate. Jace Carey, Key M, and Joel Lester got in there and got 4 of the gifted memberships. I love it. I love it. Welcome to the Raptor Freak channel. As a member, you will get access to my Facebook, and you can join our Facebook group also, where we do breaking news throughout the day. You know, with live streams during the morning, but during the day when stuff happens, we're on there talking through there. So if you guys want to join the Facebook group, you guys all have access to it, especially you, Kareem. Loving what you're doing on Twitter as usual, Kareem. I've seen what you're doing and what you're saying in different places and liking what I'm seeing. Kareem's very active on Twitter. And I know you've been in those spaces too. I saw Chev was doing a space for a couple hours yesterday. It was pretty crazy. Dana's saying memberships are random. Okay, so nobody knows. It's just going to go to somebody. That's pretty cool. Somebody else get one. There's still one more out there, I think. Who got the last one? I'll have to see. Let's see. Fiercey saying OG is my favorite Raptor. I love it. She's got 2 OGs right there. And Fiercey's taking part in the member emote saying OG is my favorite. And let's see. Nameless saying Tom Duke is the GOAT. For sure, Nameless. For sure, Nameless. He's my paisan, my Victoria, BC paisano over there. Isaac's got the Raptor, Grady Dick, Grady's cat. He's got a milk. He's got the Milky Way. And he's got going up and with a medal. I love this. This is Tom's language. And I think this means that Grady and his cat are going to drink some magic milk from the Milky Way. And they're going to just head right on up in the NBA. And he's going to be so good that he's going to win an Olympic medal, even though he didn't play in the Olympics. He just won a medal because he's so good at the NBA. I love it. That's perfect. That's perfect. I love it, Isaac. That's a great prediction. Cowboy saying, shit, I didn't. We want you to get it, Cowboy. You get in there and get it. I don't know how it works. He's saying it's just random. That's too bad. Well, you just happen to be in here when somebody's gifting. Well, you might just grab one at some point. Fiercely saying last year we had too much exposure, and Paul George cursed us. Ooh, I don't like saying that word. I'm okay with us moving in silence. It's just the best way to do it at this point. The Darko era needs to be dark in the beginning because we got to work out where we're going to be good or not. And in some ways, we're a work in progress. Nobody needs to see where we're, failing and succeeding yet. And maybe in some ways they don't need to see our new systems. They don't need to be like put on blast because Darko may be doing things very different from Nick. And in some ways, we might want to keep them under wraps so that there's surprises when we actually show up with teams. I know they scout us and they're going to go look at us ahead of time. But, the way we unravel or unfurl what we're going to do this year could be very strategically useful and not showing our whole hand all the time. Darko's going to be very interesting. We're going to have to see what happens. David's here. Going to see David. Nice to see you again, Tom. Yes, we're very happy to see Tom Duke back in the house. Yes, Tommy, Tomarato. Tomarato is back in the house. We love Tommy, and we're so happy he came to Toronto this year. Name was saying, Lex, that is an amazing collection of fitted behind you. Yeah, they're fitted. They're totally fitted. I don't know if they're fitted to me, though. Let's try this one today. This one. Oh, let's see if I can get it off here. Let's see how it looks here. All right. No. Which way is the right way? I don't see. It's like this here. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. Rustic, huh? Yeah. I'm ready to go rustle some cattle. Let's get out there and get them doggies home. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Tom Dukey is saying 2024 NBA champions, Toronto Raptors. 2024 NBA champions, Toronto Raptors. The hat makes it more official. It makes me seem more like I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it totally does. Name was saying, let's fucking go. David's got the Scotty. He's like, these emojis are cool. That's right, David. You're a gold level member of the Raptor Freak channel. You definitely get these emojis and you gift in all your memberships. That's right. Membership has privileges and the new perks are coming out. You can thank Mr. Tom Ducarelli for getting on there as helping me with this channel, getting these really cool little images on here now. That's right. W for Tom, guys. Let's give W's to Tom right across. Okay, MSJ got the fifth gifted membership. I love it, Chris. Chris got one of the memberships, so he can get access to the emoticons also. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's right. Tom Duke says, love that hat collection, Lex. Yeah, you like this one, Tom? You like this one? Wait, do you want me to try a different one on? This one's one I wore before, and it was this one's a little bit oh man, if I wear it up like this, I could be on a Little Rascals or something. Maybe on a Three Stooges. Maybe I'm the fourth Stooge. Maybe I'm like Curly Schmo. Curly Schmo. That's funny. Fiercely saying, welcome back at Tom Duke. Yes, we love Tommy Tom Tom. Tom is like my right hand man on this channel. Tom is just the dude. Let's just put it that way. Tom is the dude. Yeehaw! Yeehaw! Yeah. All right, let's see. Name was saying, are any of these hats signed? You guys really want these to be like some sort of other hats. They're not fitted, by the way. This one's not fitting on my head, by the way. It's sitting on top of my head because it doesn't go around my head. And there's no signatures on these. In fact, I don't know how you sign straw. Straw would be very difficult to sign. So, but yeah, I mean, maybe we should get into this. Maybe there's a market for this. Maybe the new era hats and those hat makers need to get into this style of hat. Maybe we can make this happen. You remember you saw it here on the Raptor Free channel first, the old straw hat look coming out. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be real hot. Yeah, name was saying looks good on MSJ. That's right. Yeah, and thank you to Tom for gifting that membership to Chris. So cool. So cool. Let's see. Tom saying, haha, nameless. No problem, MSJ. Let's fucking go. That's right. That's right. Tom's saying, I want a mug someday. He's going to come back to Toronto and he's going to be a mug brother with you guys. Tom's a mug brother too. I can tell. He'll be out there with Canadian Cowboy and MSJ in Jurassic Park with the mugs. Yeah, he can come back and he's going to be a mug brother with you guys. Watch. Kareem saying, Precious Achua looking like a mature vet at Giants of Africa and ready to hit new heights as a Toronto Raptor. I really do love like the officialness of Precious being there with Jama and Masai and that contingency at Giants of Africa right now. It's fantastic. And Precious really is giving back to something that gave so much to him because he was in that program as a youngster years and years ago. And he can be the epitome of what you can get from going to Giants of Africa as a young person there and where the heights you can get to. And that's why it's so powerful when he goes back to this. And in some ways, he knows in his heart, he owes a lot to this program. And that's why he is more than willing to be a part of it and come back and stand with Masai and show the real results, the true reality of how you can get the NBA with the help of Giants of Africa. So yeah, I love it. I love it so much, and I see such peace and really confidence in Precious right now in his pictures, the way he's moving and acting in the off season. He's got a real confidence to him, and I'm excited for Precious. But once again, him and Pascal look like they put on more He-Man muscles. They got like extra muscle around here at this point. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next season for Precious. We'll hopefully see him make a jump. That maybe we're predicting for Scotty also. Scotty and him make a jump this year. It could really help us. Name was saying, Iceman, come back. Don't be a weenie. I can't control this. Once again, Iceman like Irvin, we like you. I love that you love Public Enemy, and you're just a good dude. If you are vicariously watching us and you're not subscribed, that's fine. We love you, dude. When you come back, if we see you again, we're not going to be upset. We're not going to be like, we're not enemies. We love you, dude. If we see you in the chat at Raptors Tonight, we're going to be like, hey, Iceman, we love you, bro. And there's no hate from our side. We love you, man. And you can come back anytime you want to. All right. Dana's got the popcorn out. Quick Takes is saying, I don't think it's as bad as it seems in Philly. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? I think James is enough to make it really, really bad for them right now. Seriously. I think James is really enough to make it really, really bad for them. I don't know. I know you I know NBA Quick Takes is more general NBA fan, but he does have a proclivity to root for our team. And in some ways, I get it. I don't know. I don't know. In some ways, we want it to be bad, and let us be. I kind of do the opposite of what people do against us. They want to make us seem like things are bad. Well, I'm gonna make everybody look bad instead. U.S. media will try and write stories about the Raptors being this or this. Well, I'm the counterbalance, and I'm gonna write these stories about the other teams. Like I'm gonna treat them like how they treat us. So they're gonna try and make a big deal out of this and this and this problem with the Raptors. Well, I'm gonna put the Sixers problems on blast. That's what I'm gonna do. That's right. That's right. Cowboys saying, "I get you. I got you a beer, Tom, anytime." Eh? There you go. Mug Brothers gonna be ready. And he has posted my picture. Hey, thank you, David. That's me. I'm in the game now. I am Tron. I am Tron. I am the game now. Yep. I can ride the little speeder bike around and hopefully not run into one of those walls because I am in the Matrix. That's right. Tom said, "What game would be the big ticket this season at Scotty Bank Arena? The LeBron game?" Well, let's all right. Getting back on focus here. Producer Tom getting me back on track. There's a couple interesting things about the schedule. Let's talk about it some more today. All right. We open the season, of course, on Wednesday, October the 25th, against the Minnesota Timberwolves. It'll be very, very fun to see us play the Timberwolves right away. Of course, we're playing Cat on Friday, and we're playing Gobert on Friday this week. So we're going to see these Twin Towers once again right away at the beginning of the season, Minnesota versus the Raptors. Also on the down low, it's a cool matchup because it's the McDaniels versus the McDaniels. You got Jalen versus Jaden McDaniels, and that'll be a fun little interesting thing about it. Of course, then on the Friday, they go to Chicago to play against DeMar DeRozan and the Bulls. And then the very next day, we got to come back and play the Sixers here in Toronto on Saturday, October the 28th. That will be the first time Nick Nurse returns to Toronto right away. 3 games into the season, we will see the 76ers in Toronto on the second day of a back-to-back. That's unfortunate. Hopefully, the Raptors can be up to speed and feeling real good. Darko does some smart things with rotations and resting guys, and we can win both these games. This is very reminiscent of last year when we played the Brooklyn Nets on a Friday night and then had to fly all the way back down to South Beach and play the Miami Heat on the Saturday. It's the same schedule beats as the first week. Play Cleveland, the home opener on Wednesday, play in Brooklyn against the Nets, and then fly to South Beach to play Miami. That was what happened last year. Well, this year, play Minnesota in Toronto, go to Chicago and play in Chicago on Friday night, but come back to Toronto on Saturday. So in some ways, it's a better one for us because the second night of the back-to-back is a home advantage. So that's in some ways better. But I want to see a better outcome than last year because we lost that Miami game the second night because of the travel. As I said, there's only 80 games on our schedule right now because there's 2 remaining games that will be played the week of December the 4th, and they will be released following the conclusion of the in-season tournament group play. So the Raptors will open group play on Friday, November the 17th against the Boston Celtics at Scotiabank Arena. This is going to be one of the most important games of the season is because it's going to set the tone for our in-season tournament and how we'll do in it. Of course, it's a game against Boston, who we hate. And we need to make a statement here. It'll be the first game ever in the history of the Raptors where the Raptors play against in-season tournament game. So let's make history and win it. We do play the Celtics before that game, one game in Boston, like a week before. So we do get a tune-up against the new look Boston Celtics with Kristaps. So hopefully we can make the best of beating them in the first game, and then we really beat them on the game that really matters in Scotiabank. At least we have home court advantage. That's a very good thing too. So let's see. Noteworthy games on the schedule include the Giants of Africa game. We'll be celebrating the life of Nelson Mandela on December the 1st against the New York Knicks. So there will be our Giants of Africa game is the 1st of December versus the Knicks. Joel Embiid and the Sixers, as I said, will be in Toronto on October the 28th and then again on March the 31st. That March the 31st game against the Sixers is the only game against the Sixers after Christmas. We're going to play all three other games against the Sixers before Christmas. So we really got to get our stuff together so we can beat Nick Nurse and win the season series. I'm really starting to think this because what's happened is they put all the tough teams in the East at the beginning of the schedule against us in the first half. And the thing about those games are those are the games that determine playoff seeding and like how you do in the records against like Cleveland, New York, Boston and Brooklyn and stuff like that really matter. So in some ways, playing Milwaukee and all these teams really early is not good for us. It's going to be tough. We're going to have to be very good right away in the beginning of the season because these games will matter for playoff seeding. We saw what mattered with Atlanta last year with the losses with them and how close we were at the end of the season with them in the record, that this really does matter. So having most of the tough Eastern Conference games in the first part of the season before New Year's is not really good for us. And it's the other thing that's crazy about it is there's a stretch in the second half of the season where we're going to play all the shitty Eastern Conference teams. So the schedule is really easier after February. For the rest of the schedule, we have all the hard stuff in January and November and December, really, and then things get easier starting in February, like around the half All-Star break. And then for the rest of the end of the season, the schedule is very easy for the Raptors. So in some ways, it's not really easy for a team that's new, trying to gel, start off to get thrown to the fire with the toughest competition at the beginning of the season. Because all the easy games are going to be after the All-Star break. So that's an interesting, weird thing about our schedule. Now, in some ways, hopefully, we're not so defeated by All Star break that we're kind of easy to beat, even by the shitty teams. So that's the thing. We have to stay strong, beat the good teams in the first half of the season, and be ready to play the bad teams and really clean up our record after the All Star break. That's when we're going to get Charlotte and Washington and all those other teams like that after the All-Star break. So it's going to be very interesting how that effect will have on it. So Tom, I don't know, like Wemby's coming on a certain date. We got to look at the San Antonio game. Victor Wembanyama will be in Toronto on February the 12th. LeBron James and the Lakers will be here on April the 2nd. So if you're looking at those dates, and then Fred also, the Houston Rockets will be in town in February also. So Freddie will make his return to Scotiabank Arena in February, just like LeBron and Victor will be here in December. Yeah, there you go. This is actually our 20th season playing in the Atlantic Division of the NBA. We weren't always Atlantic Division. Did y'all know that? We were actually Central Division for the first few years of being in the NBA. We were switched to the Atlantic Division. In some ways, the Atlantic Division is harder than being the Central Division. Central Division has a few more pushovers, and at some point, the Atlantic Division got really good, and it's really kind of like the AL East for the Blue Jays at this point. New York, Brooklyn, Boston. Yeah, these are teams that are annoying for sure. Let's see, what else do we got here? The longest homestand of the season is in February. They will be in Toronto from February 9th to February 22nd. So that's what I'm saying. They're going to be at home for most of February after really traveling the whole month of January. They had their two long road trips in January, from January the 3rd to January the 12th. It's a 10-day road trip with 6 games. And then they have a 6-game road trip on January the 28th to February the 7th, which is another 11 days with 6 games. So the two big road trips are all oriented around January. So we're going to be on the road playing all the big Western teams. People are looking at that first road trip in particular because it's got the Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors, the Grizzlies. It's got some of the very top teams out west. So the very beginning of the new year in January is going to be on the road against the top teams in the West. And that's going to be very crazy. Most games on any day this season is Wednesday. There will be a lot of games on Wednesday this season. So be ready to watch the Raptors play on Wednesdays this year. And let's see, there are 14 back-to-backs this season. Last year, we only had 12. And in some ways, that's annoying. But this is the weird thing about it. We have 3 back-to-backs out of the 14 that don't involve any travel. So that's pretty good. Those back-to-backs where you don't have to travel after the first game, you just stay in the same place. One of them is the LA teams. When we're out west, we'll play the Lakers and the Clippers 2 days in a row, but we wanted to travel, obviously. So even though there's 14 back-to-backs this year, which is 2 more than last year, 3 of them don't involve travel. So in reality, really, in some ways, we've got 11 back-to-backs without the travel. Now, it is still taxing to play 2 games 2 days in a row, but the travel not being in between is good. And that's like home back-to-backs where we play 2 teams 2 nights in a row here in Toronto, or that LA back-to-back. And there's one more like that. So that's good. That's good stuff. So yeah, interesting things about the schedule. There's Nameless with a very much Pensair face, and then Tom's got the pink doo-doo for him. I love it. I love it. Cowboys saying true. Let's see. David's saying these guys never show up to play, yet they always charge more for tickets. Who are you talking about? Who? Which guys? Oh, the guys, the other teams like LeBron. He'll be hurt, and you pay more tickets for a Laker ticket, but then they don't show up and actually play. Now LeBron's not a good example. He usually does show up and play. But I know what you're saying. Maybe Kawhi Leonard. They charge more for a Clippers ticket when they come here, and then Kawhi doesn't even suit up, and people feel ripped off. I think that's what David's saying right there. MSJ saying, I think our bench will be much better. Barnes, point guard, Dick, Otto, McDaniels, Boucher, Precious, Coloco. That's 5 wins right there. If OG and Scotty can turn it up, we're gold. Dennis will be a plus. The schedule, part of the reason why I like it better this year than last year is it seemed like it was so jammed up last year. It seemed like it was so jammed up. And one of the things the schedule makers tried to do this year is to not have games so close together. Very, very trying not to have back to backs, really trying to be smart about it. And in some ways, I feel like the schedule this year is more better spaced out. Like it makes more sense, the beats of when the games are. I was really worried about the in-season tournament games being like put around a lot of other games. They're going to be distracting, but no, they did a good job of making it so that we can be very competitive for the in-season tournament games and not have some sort of weird road trip or a game before the game or something like that. So in some ways, I like the schedule this year. I think it's going to be fun. I have good feelings about it. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, we're going to come out of the gates and have all these hard games and we may be really bad. Some people are predicting we're going to have a good record. And some people are predicting, yeah, we're going to be like 2-8 in the first 10 games. I think that we're going to do better than people think. It may not be gangbusters better, but I think it'll be better than like losing and maybe 500 a little bit. But at some point, we'll turn it on and we'll start playing above 500 and we'll be an above 500 team. But it could very well be for the first part of the season, the first couple months, we may be a 500 team for a while. And I'm okay with that because it's a work in progress. And the toughest part of our schedule is at the beginning of the season. So we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, Dennis is going to be a huge plus. And I hope you're right, MSJ. I like to see these guys cumulatively add to our win total from last year. And you guys are saying 46 wins. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. Fiercey's got the loser face. I see it there. Oh, so sad. So sad. Nameless is saying, is that a Tom Duke emoji, bro? This one, what? Tom Duke? Maybe he could make his own emoji. I'm okay with that. Tom, you have a lot of creative control with this. You're going to help me out and you want to make it fun. Do it how you want to do it. We will make anything work, Tommy. So if you want to put yourself in there, he's not a self promoter, though. He might, though. I don't know. Maybe we need a super fan Mo emoji. That'd be cool, too. I'd like to see a super fan Mo emoji on there. That'd be cool. Monique, can we have your likeness to put you in an emoji like me? And so you can be in on the emojis too. That'd be cool. All right. See, Nako's saying, I wonder what Nick talked about in that job interview. My show starts at 6 at Comedy Bar Danforth. All right. So tonight, 6 p.m., Comedy Bar Danforth. That's over near, it's Danforth near, I think, Maine or somewhere over there. So out east, Comedy Bar tonight, 6 p.m. Help Gerald Mayhew at the Comedy Brawl, Naco the Nacho. Definitely go down there and laugh at his jokes and vote for him so he can go further in the rounds. He's brawling with comedy and he needs you to give him the votes so he can get far in it. Yeah. You're saying, I wonder what Nick talked about in that job interview. You're talking about the one with the Knicks? I mean, with the one with the Sixers where he went in and interviewed them? Yeah, I'm going to love coaching you guys. James, yes, I love him. No, you don't, Nick. We saw what you said at Hungary last summer. Yeah, you didn't say very nice things about James. No, you didn't. A lot of James saying he doesn't want to play for the Sixers did coincide with Nick Nurse getting hired as their coach. It really did. And honestly, that's like all you need to do is like we could send James the clip over and over again of Nick saying that to him, and it will bug him, and it'll be like, yeah, he said this about me, and like, why would I want to play for this guy? Because he disrespected me in his class. He didn't have to say my name. He did not have to put me on blast like that and laugh at me. Basically, Nick was laughing at James Harden, and put that on blast. Let's cause all kinds of dissension for them. We were the Raptors group. We're not the Sixers group. We want to tear them up. That's what I'm saying right there. Yeah. Isaac's got me and the Beaver. Oh, you mean the Beaver? Well, usually the Beaver doesn't come out in the wild with me, partly because I'm worried about him escaping and living his free life at this point. But no, he's here with me today. He's actually out in the country with me today. You want to wear a little hat today? Justin Bieber, I think it's kind of the day. It doesn't fit me, but it fits you real nice. Look, his head is much smaller than mine. Look at this. Look at Justin. Looking so summery. Oh, I feel like I should be rowing a boat with you and you reading me poetry. Yeah, that's what I want right now. Let's go get in the boat out in the lake, Justin. And you can read me poetry with your nice little bonnet. And I'll row the boat. Yeah, we'll be right in the 1920s or something like that. All right, you can go. You're my son. I love you. Yeah. All right. Bye, bud. Yeah. Yeah. All right. There's our little Justin Bieber appearance called for. And Grady with the cat. That's right. That's right. Grady and Milky should come and meet Justin and I. We'll have a little pet date. Hang out. Just, yeah, you like my beaver? Your beaver is a puppet, bro. My cat's for real. What? What do you mean my beaver's a puppet? It's not a real little beaver boy that I have as a son. No, no, that is a puppet, Raptor Street. What are you doing? Oh man, Grady, thanks for telling me. All right, let's see. Name is saying Otto Porter is looking mean, looking wilty. Yeah, looking a little wilty and looking a little ready to come back. I mean, he may have some things to prove. In some ways, I'm sure he's not getting dissed too much. I mean, we're talking about the Otto a lot, the toe that took him out. And maybe he has some an axe to grind. He has some things to prove. He's like, oh, y'all saying me always going to be hurt. I'm just coming here to take a paycheck. I'll show y'all. And he comes out there and he starts killing it for us. I would love that. The reinforcements of Otto Porter Jr., the cavalry was supposed to come last year, but it didn't. Well, if the cavalry shows up late still, that's still good to help you win. So Otto Porter Jr. showing up this year healthy and a regular contributor to our rotation will be a plus for sure. I want to see that this year, my Paisan. Yes, I do. Cowboys saying we're the champions. No time for losers. Okay, Freddie Mercury. Our bench Bob is back. Mug Brothers. Bam, 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 bam. That's right. We are the champions, my friend. Nameless is saying nobody's talking about Otto right now. Yeah, I mean, in some ways, we don't know what we're going to get from him. Some ways, we're worried that maybe he will not show up and play this year for some stupid reason or something like that. So forgive us for not getting our hopes up yet. Let's just be pleasantly surprised when he does show up and he starts kicking ass for us. I'm all about that. Nameless is saying he's my dark horse this season. I'm all about that. Seriously. In some ways, he may want to, these older guys like Garrett Temple, Thad Young, Otto Porter, they have things to prove about not being too old for the league. And that's what I want to see. Otto Porter Jr. in particular is not too old for this league. We know he can still play in this league, but he may need to prove it after missing last season. And that, in some ways, is a really big way guys get motivated. That's a big part of what Thad Young's doing. In some ways, he hears all the noise. Oh, you're too old to play in the NBA, Thad. Well, he's going to come back and try and show y'all that he is not. And that's what I love. So Otto may have some things to prove this season, partly just because MSJ saying this year is going to be far more positive. For all the Pascal traders out there, no way. Pascal is going to have an easier year and play well with Jakob. Better offensive coaching will unlock him. I'm excited about Siakam because I want to make his life easier. And I think that Coach Rajakovic is going to make Siakam's life easier. It seems like in some ways, Siakam has to labor too much to make his offense happen. In some ways, he's so good, he can do it that way. But what if it makes it easier all of a sudden? What if he gets more respect and he goes to free throw line more often than he should be? In some ways, they've shaved points off of Siakam's scoring average by not giving him the respect to go into the line. I wondered this week if FIBA referees would call it down the line and all of a sudden we'd see Pascal getting to the line like SGA or Joel Embiid. So I'm wondering, is at some point Siakam going to start getting the respect that he deserves and getting the free throw attempts to enhance his scoring average so that he can be up there? Or is the NBA on the down low manipulating things to keep his scoring average down so that he can't be in the top scorers in the league? Because that's really the gate there that they can keep. It's the free throws. You give Joel a bunch of free throws, of course he's going to be in the top of the league in scoring. So, you're handing him extra shots, easy shots. Well, you don't give him to Pascal. Well, that hurts his scoring average. And that's what I'm saying. If he can get the calls and get to the free throw line, if Darko can organize the offense so they have to put him on the line, then this could help his scoring average go up. And him being a top 5 player like Vince Carter is predicting this season is more likely. And I want to see this, MSJ. I'm all about what you're saying about this with Siakam and him having an easier year because our offense flows better and he doesn't have to struggle so much isolation plays where he's trying to beat 3 guys himself by himself. I'd much rather see him move off the ball, and Scotty has such great court vision. He sets him right up for an easy dunk or layup or an easy shot because he's open. Yeah, Quick Takes saying, yeah, Rap's laying low right now. We need to. We just have to. In some ways, we're in trouble. We need to hide out for a little while and get our shit together. And there's no reason to have everybody else watching us while we're trying to get it together. Yeah, that's right. Nameless has got Canadian Cowboy on blast. That's the official Canadian Cowboy emote right there. That's right. Quick Takes is laughing. Cowboy saying, yeehaw, go pick some peppers. That's right. Canadian Cowboys all about rustling up them peppers. Get along, little pepper doggies. Woo, get in there. Yeah, Tommaso Ducarelli from the South. That's right. Tommaso Ducarelli. That's right. MSJ saying, looks like the member of the English beat with that small hat. Yeah, like it is like that. It's like, what is this? You gonna play some ska for us? No, 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 no. Mirror in the bathroom, please don't speak. What is this? We're gonna do some English ska here music. Me and Justin Bieber. We're starting our own little ska band. That's right. Tom Duke's got me on blast. Scotty, he's got Cowboy, and he's got a top hat. Who's the top hat? Who would be the top hat? That's a piece in Monopoly. You guys like using the top hat when you play Monopoly? I was always a car guy, but my brother was too. We used to fight over the car. And when we couldn't get the car, I'd get the horse, the guy on the horse. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna race you. You got a horse. I got a horse. You got a car. I'll beat you with the horse. That's right. Nameless is retracted. Stillman's here. Good to see Stillman 65, a great Raptor freak. Great to see him come in and check with us every once in a while. He put out an article sounding like he was blaming Masai about the struggles of the team. I guess some might have put it out of context. So David Thorpe has put out a new article blaming Masai at this point. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, David Thorpe, check yourself. I know you helped Masai in Orlando in the very beginning of his career when he was just a scout, sleeping in the back of his car, making no money, traveling around looking at players. And we know the ascension of Masai Ujiri in his NBA career, where he's gotten to. He's very high up. David Thorpe, I wonder about you because sometimes I wonder, well, you've probably hit up Masai for a job a couple times in the last couple decades since you helped him get a job. And you may feel like one hand washes the other. And you may be like, I need to get help from Masai. Now that I helped him from before, I need to help him. Well, I think that Masai brought him in and maybe did work with him for a little bit, but saw that this was not a good thing. Because in some ways, David is showing that he shoots his mouth off, that he's saying things in public that we just don't need to be said. And in some ways, we know the MO, the Raptors organization, is loose lips sink ships, and they keep everything close to their chest, and they don't talk about their business. And then maybe David Thorpe would compromise that, so he can't have him hired. So David, no, you can't come work for Masai. Well, screw you, Masai. I'm gonna write some bullshit about you and put it out there. I'm so disappointed in David Thorpe. You went after Nick and Fred and OG last winter, and it looked like you were looking out for your friend Masai. Well, now you're putting out stuff against Masai. Yeah, man, you're messed up. And your credibility with me is, even though you were right last winter, even though you were right about Nick and the problems, I still don't give you any credibility. When you say things, I don't believe you until they're proven true. And I'm just going to continue to believe that. In some ways, you got more credibility, but now that you're going after Masai in some ways right now, well, that just shoots your credibility out the window with me. As far as like, well, you have reasons and motives to do this if he is not helping you get a job or helping you in some sort of way at this point. So I get it. I get your motives, David. So just shut up and go away. That's what I'm gonna say right there. Yeah, yeah. Nameless is saying you look like John Dillinger in that little straw hat. Let me see. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I mean, it's that. Like I said, it does not sit on my head right. It really doesn't. I look like an extra on a R Gang short in black and white. We're running around, Stymie and Petey and Froggy and Spanky and all that. And I'm just like the guy sitting on the curb, and they're messing with. It's like I'm trying to read its paper, and the R Gang comes up with their dog, and they're like messing with me. You're taking my paper. And I'm like, oh, you kids, damn it, taking my paper. Ooh, I feel like that's what this is. Dillinger. I don't think I'm that scary. All right, maybe a train conductor. That's not bad. Maybe I could be a train conductor. I'll go down to TTC and try and get a job. I'm a train conductor and I want to conduct your subways. Oh, that's not how it works, dude. Don't come in here. All right, let's keep going. Let's see. Tom Duke saying screenshot Lex with that hat for sure. You want me to try another one? Let me see. We'll get a plethora of hats today. This one's a little wavy. This is the wave of the future, bro. Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Wow. Oh man, this is crazy. All right, let's see. G saying Jama is such a gem. He's such an underrated signing this year. I like him being back too. You can see, obviously, he's very close with Masai. All right, I can't take myself seriously with this on. I'm sorry, I just can't. You can tell, like him being in Giants of Africa, it's like the right hand man with Masai Ujiri and what he's doing over there right now. It's really special, and you can tell that they have a very good connection. In some ways, him leaving the Warriors is a big deal because in some ways the Warriors' job is a good thing for him. Is really showing loyalty to Canada and being a Canadian and returning to the Raptors this season to help Darko. It's a really, really big move. And I think you're right. It's underrated, partly because he's a part of our championship staff, partly because he's familiar with a lot of things around our team. And in some ways, that's going to be a steadying, calming force. And he's also really does know Masai really well. So in some ways, Masai through Jama is a really quick, easy communication way with Darko to keep everybody all connected in unity. And Jama is a glue piece. And I think you're exactly right, G. That in some ways he's going to be underrated right now, but maybe people will realize more and more as the season goes just how crucial getting Coach Jama to come back and return to our staff this year has been. Yeah, Nameless is laughing with Cowboy. Haha, Cowboy saying Nameless needs a dunk. Okay, Cowboy's calling out a dunk for Nameless. Nameless is getting a dunk here. Nameless, you have 7 dunks now. That's very good. Kyle Lowry number. That's right. All right. All the laughing and stuff like that. Tom Duke saying that laughing at Nameless wins again. Yes, good stuff. And Tom Duke says, so good. All right, let's see. Nameless is saying, oh, that emoticon is you screaming, Lex. I thought it was the Dukester. The Dukester. I don't know which emoticon. There's a lot of emoticons there right now. Quick Takes is saying, I hear you. Your good old Canada and Raptors love and loyalty. Can't knock it. See, he respects that we really love our team and we're all about standing up for him and stuff like that. Listen, I understand Quick Takes. In some ways, it's better for you to not be such a homer like me because your channel really should cater to most NBA fans. And in some ways, I know if you show allegiance or too much love for one team, it may turn off other people that may be getting interested in your channel. So I get your impartiality, but we know that you, in some parts of your heart, you really are a Raptor freak, and we're all about that. But you can keep it hidden. We'll keep your secret. We'll keep your secret for you. We know you love the Raptors too, but we'll keep your secret. Cowboy saying the 76ers game. I'd love to see it. Yeah, that first one on that Saturday. Oh, yeah, Cowboy. Maybe we should go down there. Maybe we should get David and go down there. Get Chris and go down there, Mug Brothers. Yeah, get to that game and take over and let's get down near the court and really let Nick hear it. Yeah, really let Nick hear it. That's right, Cowboy. I'm all about that. Quick Take saying Nameless tripping out. Nameless is funny. I love all the art, Tom. Look at this art. The likes and the thumbs and the raptor heads. Very, very nice. Like spite. I love it. I love it. Nameless is saying the schedule makers try to bury us early. This is exactly right. But we've got a little surprise planned for the league. That's right. I really hope they can get their shit together quick because that is going to really make or break part of our season. If we have struggles early, kind of bonding, like the guys, in some ways, the guys being together before the collective work of Scotty and Pascal and OG and those guys together is going to have to carry over and really help us in some ways. There are things that are going to have to mix with the new from Darko and the old from Nick and before to make ourselves be able to stay afloat and be successful early. So in some ways, we can't hit the ground coasting. We have to go right at it and be competitive and try and win these games. In some ways, I like the challenge because if we beat these teams early, well, hell, we can beat anybody. In fact, if you look at that Philadelphia game on the first Saturday of the season, we look at it like the Miami game last year where we lost in South Beach. Well, that's an area where we can say Darko's already doing better than Nick. He literally beat Nick in Toronto in the first game against him, and he won his first back-to-back on the second night of a back-to-back. These are the kind of ticks I want to tick off for Darko is saying he's successful in this. He's successful in this. Well, Nick lost this game at this point last year. Well, Darko's winning this game this year at this point. And there will be some comparison in this kind of way. There are parallels to our season last year to the season this year, even with the in-season tournament being in the middle of it. And there will be little points this season I've already kind of marked and looked at on the calendar where I'm going to say, I'm going to compare this to what happened last year with Nick, with what happens with Darko this year. And we can really see the difference from that. And that first game against the Sixers on that Saturday is going to be a good one right there, just because it's going to be very similar to the Brooklyn to Miami thing that we did last year. So, yeah, I'm all about it, man. I'm all about it. Let's go. All right, let's see. Dog Pound is here. And this is a new name. Respectfully, have you ever seen the movie Powder? I feel like if they made a sequel, you could play the main character. Well, I mean, in some ways, all right, listen. Somebody said this to me before in the past, but they haven't said this to me in a long, long time. And it was hurtful when they said it to me then, but you've said it very respectfully because you said respectfully. And in some ways, I'm going to take this as a compliment that you think that I could be in the movies. Well, thank you, Dog Pound. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a very pale person. In some ways, I do not get out in the sun, partly because I don't want to get skin cancer and stuff like that. And I am very, very pale. But you know what? I appreciate this. Wasn't Powder like some magical alien or something? See, it comes around to aliens once again. So it's like aliens are taking over. But Dog Pound, dap. And thanks for being here. I hope you'll like, comment, subscribe. Well, you subscribe if you're talking to me right now. And I appreciate you being here. If you want to talk any Raptors or NBA stuff too, let's talk about it. But yeah, I haven't seen that movie actually. I've heard people tell me this before though. So you're not the first person to say this, but that's cool. Thank you. Cowboys saying they can't stop us. We play better being the underdogs. Let's go Raptors 2024 champions. I love our roster and our new coach, Darko. I ain't worried. And he's got the underdog there. That's like the emoticon for the underdog. That's right. Underdogs unite. Right on, Cowboy. I love it. In some ways, they will underestimate us. In some ways, they might be thinking, well, Fred's gone, Nick's gone. It's not the same Raptors. Maybe we can like slack a little bit tonight. Let's get that element surprise on people again. People think the Raptors are dead once more, that we're going to be a bottom feeder. Well, let's surprise them. Let's shock them and let's win. And let's show them, oh, shit, the Raptors are still the same Raptors. Yeah, that's what's going to happen this year. I really do hope that's what's going to happen. You can say, oh, Fred left, Nick left. They're not going to be very good. Well, let's show them that's not right and that's not true. I'm all about it. Yeah, I'm not worried either. In some ways, I know that whatever's naturally going to happen is going to happen. And even with failure, there is success later that's built through the growth of failure. And Stargate saying the Raptors will be fine. I believe that too. I think another X factor this season is going to be a real big boost is Dennis. Dennis's play for Germany this month has been phenomenal. He's really dialed in and he's showing a maturity and a veteran kind of presence in basketball right now for Team Germany that if he can have that for Toronto, look out. Dennis Schroeder may be actually a very underrated pickup in the NBA offseason that nobody's going to pay attention to. And we're like, oh, crap. Dennis is actually really good on the Raptors. What's going on here? Yeah, that's another surprise person I think is going to make people be like, wait, Dennis Schroeder's on the Raptors this year? And look at what he's doing. Holy crap. Cowboy saying, everybody smash the like button. I just did. There's only 2. Let's grow. Thank you. Monique saying, yes, you can emoji me. All right, Tom. You have the likeness okay by Superfan Mo to make a Mo emoji if you can. I don't know how many emojis we get. I think we only get 5 or something until we get to a certain point of growth. I think that's what I remember from it. I think you're right. But let's figure it out. And maybe we can get Mo, some sort of thing with Mo in the chats, maybe an emoji or any kind of thing. We can get her in there because we definitely want Monique put on blast in all kinds of ways. G saying, after winning the chip, I remember thinking, I wish I appreciated those building block years more, the growth years. These years are valuable and have been watching with a different perspective since the chip. There you go. G, very like after winning a championship, you realize it's not always a destination, it's the journey that's the most fun. And this is true. Those Casey years with DeMar and Kyle were really special. And in some ways, they're a part of our history we should celebrate and not be embarrassed because people like to use the word LeBronto. No, we were a really, really good team in the East for a long time. And it just so happened that King James was king of the East and he was king of everybody. But if you really look at things around that period of time, the Raptors were one of the top 3 key teams in the East that whole entire time. And sure, LeBron overshadows it. LeBron got the championship. So LeBron got farther. He put us out. But the accomplishments of being one of the top 3 Eastern Conference teams for like 6 years in those years, it shouldn't be overshadowed and poo-pooed. In some ways, that's very, very good. And G's exactly right. The years of Valanciunas, Patrick Patterson, Corey Joseph, and DeMar and Kyle were very special. Terrence Ross. And we should always celebrate those great years of winning that the Raptors had, even if we didn't win championships, even if we never got past LeBron. Well, we did a lot of amazing, successful things, and those times were very good. And I love G showing perspective and saying, "I wish I, thought about it more that way." Well, maybe this is our second chance. Think about it now. These are building block years right now, and getting to our second championships. These can be very rewarding as well. And I love that perspective. Really, really smart stuff, G. Thank you once again. Stargate saying the NBA tries to marginalize this team with their scheduling. They have a vested interest in trying to make this team not be too successful. It's okay, though. We will destroy the schedule. Watch. Well, they've done it all along. They really stack the deck against us, but that's part of the fun. And that's why we get so much better, is because in some ways we have to work harder and overcome more. And that's why we're special and badasses. And I'm all about it. Give us the hardest schedule in the whole NBA. I don't care. We'll take it on and we'll do our best and we'll do as well as we can. I'm all about it. Stargate, you hit the nail on the head. Cowboys got the popcorn out. He's ready. Monique is saying, you missed my comments earlier, but here's what games will surprise you the most, if any at all. Okay, which comment did I miss, Mo? I want to make sure I got you. La, 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 I only see the one where you say we can use the likeness. And then you said hello at the beginning. Who knew that David Thorpe would tweet that message? Yeah, that's the other one I see. So Mo, I don't see anything like that. Oh, no boxing gay Dame. Yeah, we said that too. Okay, if there's anything you want to say, just say it again, and I'll definitely repeat it or say it. I'm sorry, Mo. Fiercey is saying, gotta go, fam. Enjoy your Sunday. Hearts to Fiercey. Thank you, Fiercey. Have a great Sunday. A great Sunday. Geo Mads here. What up, Geo? Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Good to see you, Geo7 Mad. Always good to see Raptor Freak Geo Mad. Stargate saying this season's roster reminds me of the roster back in early Vince days when they had all those veterans on the team. Oak, Muggsy, Willis, Dell. You mean like Otto, Thad, Temple, Dennis? In some ways, this is a really good point by Stargate. That period of time was a very veteran team. That was a supremely veteran team. With Mark Jackson, Chris Childs, Charles Oakley, Del Curry, Muggsy Bogues, Kevin Willis, Antonio Davis. We had a glut of very experienced top vets, and it was very helpful to Vince in his early years as a Raptor. It is part of the reason why we did so well in the playoffs and did stuff. Is Vince, sure, his talent is overwhelmingly good, but these old presence guys were really the guys helping, guiding, and doing a lot of the dirty work, like down low, especially Oakley and Willis, getting on those boards and doing enforcer kind of stuff. I can see the parallels of what you're saying. Our team has been so young in recent years, especially last year, that this year having an additional more vets coming in like Dennis and Garrett and Otto being healthy could give us a little bit of this feel. I mean, it's a different kind of players, though, and different level with our guys now than those guys before. Those guys before are real bona fide, established, crazy good vets like Oakley and Muggsy and Dell. So in some ways, it's a little different. And in some ways, these guys that are not in the same kind of place in their career, Thaddeus is kind of really near the end, honestly. Garrett, I have no idea how much he'll actually contribute on the court. It may very well be he's just kind of like around the team just to help with vibes, and he's not expected to get out there and do a whole lot as far as play on the court. In some ways, I'm okay with that. I don't want to give him too many minutes to the detriment of some of our younger guys. So it's a good comparison, but I don't know if it exactly fits as far as the caliber of the vets we have now compared to those ones from before. That was the best assortment of vets we had other than our championship team. Our championship team is the same kind of thing in some ways with Kawhi and Mark and Serge and Danny Green. But, that's what I'm saying. These old vet teams, they're closer to getting championships because those are the two periods in time where we did get a championship or we were closest to getting a championship, playing against Allen Iverson in 2001 and then the 2019 championship run. And those were veteran teams. So that tells you a lot right there. The two of the most veteran Raptors teams ever were the teams that did the best. So there you go. If we're leaning more towards vet this year, well, that may be part of looking better in some ways. G saying David Thorpe begged for Nurse to be fired and to hire Earl Watson. Now he is turning on Masai. Yeah, that's his ego and clickbait BS. Yeah, screw him. Screw you, David Thorpe. I mean, seriously, you may have helped Masai get on this amazing career where he's at right now. It's like really, really gone where no black man has ever gone before, and as far as being in charge of this team of the Raptors right now. And that's fantastic. You broke some glass ceilings and you helped him. But in some ways, these people do not owe these people anything in the beginning. In some ways, thank you so much. And wow, you really did. But if he could help you and it would work and you weren't toxic, I'm sure he would. But it probably is that you're just a really toxic dude and he can't have you around what he's trying to do because he realizes to be successful, you may screw him up. So I know this is exactly what's happening. And he's his ego. It's David Thorpe's ego talking out his ass right now. That's right. MSJ saying the bench should be better. But do people really think Thad and Temple will play big roles? I don't. Seems a lot of competition for minutes, which is good. But I hope development is the main idea of the season. I'm all about that. I'm all about that, and I think you're exactly right. I don't think that and Garrett should be playing a whole lot this year. Now, Otto, he could play a lot. I'm okay with it. We definitely don't want to see Thad playing a center. And it may very well be, once again, that Thad, in some ways, is kind of a trade piece that's hanging around on our team just in case we need to make some moves real quick and we need to throw in $8 million into the deal to make it fit. So, in some ways, I see it like that with Thaddeus at this point. In some ways, he may still get traded before the season starts. So I don't know. We'll see. I want Thad to be ready. He has some in his tank still. We saw him throwing it down in the practice with the Raptors in the last 2 weeks, and he has things to prove. And in some ways, I don't count him out for that because in some ways he has a lot of gumption. And who knows? He may be doing some things better this season than he did last season. So he looks like how he looked 2 seasons ago for us, a little bit more. Who knows? Maybe he was so disenchanted with the vibes around the team and Nick Nurse that it was really hard for him. And of course, he got froze out and didn't get to play the last whole part of the season. Partly, it seems like Nick was trying to stick him in the back and make him lose money. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I agree. Give the young guys the minutes over those guys for sure. Kareem's got Drake's head out there. Cool. I like Kareem using the emoticons. That's right. Cowboys saying the bench will be better. MSJ 100%. We're going to shock and awe the NBA. Let's go Raptors. Cowboy just always hyped and cheering on our team and believing the best in them. And I love that. I love that, Cowboy. You're the best. Tom Duke saying, let's go, Superfan Mo. That's right. Oh, there it is. He already got it together. There she is. Look at Tom do this on the fly. There is Superfan Mo in our emoticons right there. Beautiful. I love it. There you go, Mo. You are in Tron now, too. You're like me. We have been digitalized. We are in the Matrix. That's right, Monique. You're in the Matrix, baby. Isaac Campbell's loving it. He's loving it. Tom Duke's got the star. What do you think? Maybe he needs more flash and pizzazz. It's awesome. That's super fan Mo. I love it so much. It's awesome. Cowboy saying, yep, and Raptors Freak and everyone. Oh, no, this is MSJ saying it at Cowboy. Yep, and Raptors Freak and everyone. You think there might be meetups this season? Not so much to the Scotiabank, kind of costly, but pubs to watch a game? I thought about doing this last season at Real Jerk. I have a Real Jerk in my neighborhood that I've thought about frequenting and doing Raptor games watch alongs with Raptor Freaks there. We almost came close to doing it last season, but I had something come up and I had to cancel it. So maybe we'll revisit this. I don't think going to Real Sports like we did for the meet and greet last month is a smart idea for around games because it's just so crazy down there. We might as well just go to the game. Now, there may be a mix of both. I'm tentatively already organizing a possible game on October the 15th for the preseason game against the Australian champion, Carnes. If you are available for that game, first of all, those games are usually cheap preseason, and nobody goes to those games because they don't realize the Raptors are playing back yet. They're usually not on top of things. They hear, oh, the Raptors played a preseason game. So I always like to go to the first preseason game. And we did last year with Sue. It was very fun. Sue and Adriana and I went and watched the game, and the Saborans came and hung out with us before the game. So maybe we'll do that again. October 15th, let's kind of loosely plan to go to that game together as a group to see the Raptors first thing as soon as they come back to Scotiabank Arena after being out west. Hopefully, Tommy will go and see them play in Vancouver. We'll see. Tommy, you got getting your plans together to go to Langley to see them play in that game because they are playing a game against the Sacramento Kings in the preseason to start the preseason after their training camp in Langley. I believe their training camp is in Langley, and they're actually playing the game in Vancouver. I think that's right. Yeah. So we'll see, Chris. We'll be in touch, of course, and we'll figure this out for sure. We'll do some sort of meetups this year, whether it's what you're saying or going to the games. Cowboys saying, Tom, you're the effing man. That's great pick of Super Mo. Yeah, I love it. There you go. Isaac Campbell's got us on blast. Super fan Mo and the Raptor streak. Look at that. Look at that. Mo is perfect, Tom. Good job, G. Yeah, good job, Tom. I'll take an emoji any day. And Nameless is saying, well, your emoji might be the Italian flag. Nameless, we might just give you the Italian flag. If you put the Italian flag down, that's my Italian teacher, Mr. Nameless. There you go. MSJ saying at G, yes. Let's see. I am now all about the build block years now. Yeah. In some ways, once again, it's just like that old statement. It's not about the destination, it's the journey. So take part in understanding the journey and the fruits and the love of that. And then when the destination gets there, it'll feel all the more better and be even more crazy awesome. So yeah, I'm all about the build a block years too. Let's start calling them that. Popage Positivity's in the house. Good to see Jimmy. People aren't ready. That's all I'm going to say. We are not a rebuilding lottery team. Just wait. That's right. That's the Pope of Positivity. Put that positivity out on a Sunday morning. And I believe this too. People get ready. There's a train a coming. It's the Toronto Raptors. It's the same one that was here before. Yeah, it's not changing. Monique saying, get out of here, Tom. Thanks. Yeah, that quick. You're digitized. You're in the Matrix now, Mo. Matrix Mo is in the house. What's up? I love it. I love it so much. I think Mo, because you have the wrench, you actually have access to this stuff without being a member. So you could try and do your own emoticon in the chat right now. Because I see Tom doing it. But I'm trying to think. Tom might be a member already, also, but I don't know if he is. He's just an admin, so you should be able to do it with your little wrench, Mo. So you might want to try out and see if you can do the emoticons because you should be able to if you're an admin. Trevor's saying all we got to do is win, 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 no matter what. And we get 76ers on our minds. When we win, we win, we win. We want all the Raptors' hands to go up and they'll stay there. So you sing this song. Okay, Tom is gifted 5 more Raptor Freak memberships, y'all. So let's see who randomly gets them now. We've got a lot of members already in here, so we're gonna have to see who gets these ones. I love it. Tom, you're being so generous today. Tom Duke, I love you, man. You're an amazing person. G saying at MSJ, it makes watching the journey more fun. Problem solving, falling forward at times, adjusting, retooling, growing. Yeah, yeah. This is all about it. Like I'm doing gardening here at the cottage, and it is a trial and error. You know, you try a couple things, some things fail, some things you're successful with. You just got to see what works and grow with it. That's exactly right. I love the process of getting better. You see that the problems that need to be fixed, you analyze them, you try and make solutions, and hopefully you get good results. And that's what this is going to be with Coach Darko. We need to give him a nice bit of time to be getting a chance to be successful. It may not happen right away, and it may take a little bit. So, I don't want people to be impatient and call for his head too early. In some ways, we want to give him some leash to really get things established and figure it out. It's when people get too impatient, they want to switch things with players or coaches, GMs, whatever. That's when problems start, is when people get too impatient. So we got to let Darko have a good amount of time to try and establish his stuff. Monique saying, my question was, what games surprised you the most, if any at all, Lex? Great question, Monique. And let me go look at their schedule right now. Now, all right, I can kind of go through it from the start. We talked about the first 3 games already. Portland will be coming to Toronto on the day before Halloween, and that's interesting. We'll get that game out of the way with them. It could be very interesting if Lillard's moved and what happens there. You know, we're playing Milwaukee so much early, so we're going to see Adrian Griffin come to Toronto also within the first part of the season. On November the 1st, the Bucks will be in Scotiabank Arena, so Adrian Griffin will make his return then. And then immediately after we play Adrian Griffin in Milwaukee, we have to go to Philadelphia and play Philadelphia on the second day of a back-to-back once again. Now that makes me feel like, are they trying to help Nick beat the Raptors so that he can kind of lord over us? That they put the first 2 Philadelphia games this season on the second nights of back-to-backs, it's really fishy. But once again, let's let Darko take this challenge and let's rise to the occasion and beat them, even if we're playing them on second nights of back-to-back. I do find that very fishy. Seriously, it's fishy that we're playing Philadelphia the first two games on the second nights of back-to-backs. It's no good. No good at all. I think it's really interesting, Monique, that we're playing Miami twice right at the end of the season. They're a team that we don't see a lot in the beginning of the season, but then we finish our season with two games in a row against Miami right at the end of the season. And that's in some ways, I don't like this. They're going to put us in South Beach for like 3 days right at the end of the season when the guys should be gearing up and being more and more cutthroat and ready for possible playoff or hopefully not play-in situation. We'll have to see. And like I said, they really did give us all the easy games in the second half of the season. I see so much Washington and Oklahoma City and Orlando and Detroit and Indiana and Charlotte after February. Atlanta, same stuff. So the easier games are all going to be later in the season. Fred comes back to Toronto on February the 9th. That is going to be the game right there, Monique. That game is going to be fun. Fred VanVleet's return to Scotiabank Arena as a Houston Rocket on February the 9th of the season. Mark your calendars. That may be a game that a lot of people want to go to just to say hi to Fred because he's coming back. Yeah, pretty cool. So that game, I'll pick that game, the Fred return game, Monique. That's the game I'm going to be interested in keying on is because we'll have to see how the Rockets are, first of all, and where we're at and how we compare to each other. Tom Duke saying the Mo emote needed a couple of stars, 3 stars right there, right now. Okay, he put the stars on it. He is on it right now. He's like in the emote studio, and he's given Monique Superfan 2 stars next to her head. I think that's cool. Look at that, 3-star Monique. Isaac's all about it. He's putting it on blast. Nameless is laughing about it. Let's fucking go, Monique. That's right. That is right. Let's go. I love it, Nameless. Gio's saying, I heard a podcast with Tracy Murray. He said we should also celebrate the players that started it all. This is part of the Raptors' history, and the new fans should know the early struggles. Yes. Geo7 Matt. Yes, yes, and yes. And that's part of why I do this channel. This is why we do classic Jurassic trivia. This is why I talk about the early years of the Raptors. When we do, hopefully we talk about Marcus Camby, Damon Stoudemire, Tracy McGrady, Tracy Murray, Oliver Miller, Alvin Robertson, Carlos Rogers. You just go down the whole list of these guys. I'll put them on blast. And that's part of what we try to do here is educate Raptors Nation on the whole history of the Raptors franchise. And definitely those early years we should talk about. And I love Tracy said this. In some ways, Tracy Murray saying this is saying that he cares about Raptors history himself and that he's a part of it and that he wants he's not ashamed of the early years of us losing so much that he was on. He wants us to celebrate it and make it a part of the overall history of the Raptors. Thank you, Tracy Murray, for saying this on your podcast. And I take that challenge myself personally to help you with this as much as possible. So you know what? Thank you, Tracy Murray. Tracy Murray. Wait a second now. Okay, you might think what I'm thinking right now. Maybe will, maybe not. Maybe not this one. Maybe too on point and too easy for you to figure out for Tuesday. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Tracy Murray's giving me a good idea here for a trivia coming up. Tom Duke saying, Lex, you need a poll for future emote suggestions for sure. Shane and I are going to that game. More members get more emotes. This is awesome. Okay, so if we get more members on the group, then we can get more emotes unlocked. It could very well be what we'll do is we'll do a fun little emote poll and we'll have different emotes. Like certain ones like Monique and I will stay, but maybe we'll say which player of the Raptors would you like to see a emote up for right now? And maybe we'll have switching in and out different Raptors heads to be the extra special emote. There may be certain ones we always keep around, like maybe Scotty and Pascal, but then there may be an extra 5th emote that we rotate in and out different emotes for. How about that, Tom? And I can make it maybe a monthly thing where like every month we switch one of them to a different player. And we do a poll. Who do you want to see this month? OG, Grady, Gary, or Koloko or something like that. And then everybody votes, and then Tom will make that emote for that month. Does that sound like some Raptor Freak family fun? It sounds like it to me. Yeah, Tommy Dookie gifting another 5. Let's see. G got one of them. This is fantastic. Trivia Champion G getting one of the gifted memberships from Tom just now. Merry Christmas from Tom. Early Christmas. Tom is the man. G is now a member. He can make the Modicon, and he can. I think he's a mod, or he can already do it. But it's good to see G's an official member also. Tom saying nameless accepted already. He wants you to have it, Paisano. But they're saying it's random, so we can't really choose who's going to get them, unfortunately. Monique saying, if I do end up going to a preseason, this would be my first since 2015. So you usually just wait for the regular season. See, I have a ritual of coming to them as soon as they're in the arena for the first part of the season. And I've done it the last 3 years, and I'm going to do it again this year. So I'm really thinking October 15th. I will be going to that Australian team against Toronto. And there'll be a lot of tickets available. We might even be able to get lower bowl for a decent price because that game won't probably sell very well. And a lot of people won't realize the Raptors are back yet. They really won't know until after they play again. They were like, oh, the Raptors played. I should have went to that game. Well, we're going to get on top of it and go to that game ahead of time. That's right. Name was saying, I'm a computer illiterate. Well, that's fine. You know Italian and English, and that's enough for us. You got that covered for us. Tom saying, got to press a button somewhere. I don't know if you actually got to. Okay, Monique is an official member of the channel because she has been gifted a membership by Tom Duke. That's the most Raptor Freak family thing I've ever seen. Tom Duke has gifted Superfan Monique a membership to this channel. So, Monique, you are now a member of the channel. You already were. You're always honorary, always a member no matter what, but you're official now. Cowboy, he has gotten his membership now. Also, it looks like Canadian Cowboy has gotten it on this one. So this is a good one right here, Tom. You've gotten G, Monique, and Cowboy with the gift in this time. And you got Kareem earlier. Holy crap. Let's see. Kareem's saying, I'm buying tickets for January 15th against the Celtics. You know, in some ways, don't go for the 15th, Kareem. Go for the play-in tournament, the tournament game, the in-season tournament game on the 17th of November. Go to that one. That's the one that really counts. That's going to be history too. Seriously, if you're going to go to a Celtics game, just go to the first one, the in-season tournament one that really matters. And you can say, I was at the first ever Toronto Raptors in-season tournament game. And that may be important for history, especially if we beat the Celtics in that game. So why wait till January? Go in November. That's what I'm saying right there. Most saying not big on preseason, but we'll see. I just like going there and feeling the building. And being in the building, especially when we were in Tampa, I really wanted to be there for that Philadelphia preseason game immediately as soon as they came back. And it's just like it felt good to be back in our building. So I was chomping at the bit to be back for that one. Yeah. Let's see. G saying, nameless, click on the gift when Tom posts it. There's a button that says click for gifts and press that. There you go. It's not random. You guys can do it. When that happens, if you see somebody gift a membership, click on that little gift box and it will give you the option to accept it. So that's the way you do it. It's just whoever's quick to get to it. Now Cowboy's got it. He's saying, thank you, Tom. I love the Raptor Freak family. Let's go. Love you, Bradley. He's just such a ball of positivity. He's just amazing. All right, who's gifting this one? This is one gifted by Kareem Thomas. Let's see who grabs this one, guys. Who's going to grab this gift? Amazing stuff. Let's see. Tom saying, freaking right, brother. Okay, Stillman got one of the gifts. Awesome. Stillman65, welcome to membership. As I said, you guys are going to find when you become a member of the Raptor Freak family and the Raptor Freak channel, there's it tells you to add me on Facebook. And if you join Facebook, if you are on Facebook and you add me on Facebook, you'll have access to our Raptor Freak official group and chat. And there we're posting news all through the day. All through the day. Monique, Isaac Campbell, all of us. You can post whatever you want in there to share with the Raptor Freak family as far as news about the Raptors, the NBA, Team Canada, Canada basketball in general, CEBL, and WNBA. You know, we're keeping up to date on all that kind of stuff pretty regularly. If there's breaking news, we're talking about James Harden breaking news. It's getting put there on the off hours when we're not live streaming like right now. So Stillman, please, if you are on Facebook, add me as a Facebook friend, and you can get the full privileges of being a member of this channel. And Cowboy, you too. You, if you're on Facebook, Bradley, add me on Facebook, please. There we go. Cowboy's figured it out. He's got Mo all over the place. He's got me. He's got the Raptor Freak head. I love it. I love it. Look at Cowboy. That's awesome. It looks like magic right there. I love it. I love it. That's right. Tom Duke's got the magic. He's a rabbit. He's pulling a rabbit out of his hat. That's what he's done. Cowboy saying, let's go. And Monique saying, thank you to Tom. And there's the love from Tom back to Monique. Cool Cat saying, good morning, Raptor Freak crew. Joining late, overslept from working overtime. Well, listen, that's what I'm saying. Cool Cat's putting in that work, putting in that off-season work, just like Pascal. And we can't fault her for it. She's going to do what she does and do it right. And we appreciate you getting up just in time. So I love it, Cool Cat. Always good to see Raptor Freak Cool Cat in the house. Chris is saying October 15th could work. I will keep my ear on it. It is a Sunday, Chris, so it probably won't interfere with any work or anything like that. And as I said, it's not an NBA team, so it's not going to be put on blast. And it may be not like very well attended. And it's actually a really cheap game, probably too. So we'll have to see. Stillman saying, yeah, thanks, Tom, for the membership. Not sure how it works, but I'll figure it out. Well, you get to try it out. It's a new thing with my channel to help support it, to help me continue to do what we're doing, and it'll help support Tom and other people that help me too at some point. Hopefully, we'll see. It depends on how big it gets, but I don't know how big it'll get. It's just what it is. But yeah, Stillman, congratulations, and you're there. All right, let's see who got Kareem's gifted. I'm a fun guy. How beautiful is that? Kareem Thomas getting a gifted membership to I'm a Fun Guy. One of our original Raptor freaks from Mississauga, the big man, is official member. And I love seeing that. That's right. Tom Duke's saying, you betcha, buddy. Name is saying, I think it's got to randomly select someone and that person can accept. Okay. I'm not sure how it works exactly, but Fun Guy's got this one. Thank goodness. He's like, oh my God. Look, you got the little raptor symbol next to your face now, next to your name there. That's awesome. Fun Guy in the house. That's right. And Monique's saying, yeah, and add me on Facebook if you want. Monique, Superfan Lawrence. Definitely add Raptors superfan Monique Lawrence on Facebook. She has all kinds of great information coming out all the time. She's a great follow to keep up to date. Stargate saying, anyone watching the World Track and Field Championships over in Budapest? No, I'm right now. I'm out here at the cottage, so I'm going to be put to work very soon. Once I get done with this, we got to tile a bathroom and a couple of other things we got on the slate for today with my dad and I and my mom working on some things around this cottage out here today. So I'm going to be out in the yard and doing different stuff like that. But hey, whatever's going on with that, that's cool. Hopefully Canada's doing well in the track and field in Budapest. G saying Nameless is waiting for the Strike Master membership. Maybe we can figure that out. I don't know if we get special emoticons for Strike Masters, but that would be pretty cool. Fun Guy saying, this is amazing. Yeah, you got some new emoticons. Check them out. Nameless is laughing. And Cowboy saying, I'm not on Facebook. Thank you for making my Sunday, Lex and Tom. Got to cook up a big meal for me and my son with a big smile. Let's go, Raptor Freaks. How can we cut this stream? How can we cut this stream? Well, that's right. I got about 10 minutes before I get to 2 hours. I do want to wrap it up real soon. Cool Cat saying, I have to go through the schedule to see what games I'm interested in. The list is growing to see former Raptors, DeMar, Kawhi, Kyle, Norm, and now Fred. Yeah, Cool Cat went to quite a few games last season. She's been a very good eye in the sky or eye in the game, watching the games and stuff like that, and coming back and telling us things she's seen in the game and stuff like that. And we appreciate that. I know Cool Cat's going to be going to her share of games. And I also know that Monique's going to be going to her share of the games. That's for sure. For me, I usually get to about 6 games a season. That's about my average. I'll go about 1 game every month. I don't try and overdo it, but I do try and go throughout the whole season. I'll go to the first preseason game. I'll try and go to a game in November, try and go to a game in December, January, and then right up until the end of the season, usually about one per. Thank you, Tom, for the cutoff. Chris Childs is here. Sunday work by former Raptor Chris Childs of New York Knicks. We know it's not the same Chris Childs as Quick Takes Childs, but we love you anyway, Chris Childs. And thank you for being the Bulldog point guard that you are. Yeah, 100%, baby. Cowboy saying if you're installing tile, Lex, use self-leveling clips. It will make it so much easier. Thanks for the tip, Cowboy. My dad is the foreman in charge of this, and I'm just the grunt hard worker that's going to lift the toilet and move it out of the way so that he can lay the tile. He's got most of the floor already laid. It's just we've got to pull the toilet up and do the tile, the little fine tile around the toilet. And that's basically what we're going to do. Pretty much 90% of the floor is already tiled. He's just got to go ahead and finish up that little bit and cut it up. So, but thanks for the tips. And if we do have any issues, maybe I will get in touch with you as a reference for helping, just in case. Stargate saying, did you cover any track and field at FSU, Lex? I didn't actually cover that sport, but I know where the track was, and I've ran on the track many times. And there's a history of really cool track and field at Florida State. Deion Sanders was a track and field star at Florida State, as well as a baseball star and a football star. He very much was a multi-sport athlete like Bo Jackson at that time. And Deion Sanders was one of the best track and field stars for Florida State from his era. And so, yeah, that's what makes me think of that is Mike Long track at Florida State. And yeah, it's very nice track. It's been there for a while. I know exactly where it is in the city, but no, I haven't. I didn't really cover it. It wasn't a sport I covered. I covered the football team, the basketball team, the major sports, the big time sports. Fun guy saying, as the season closely approaches, my excitement is slowly rising. Late September, I'll be buzzing. You bring that energy right on in here, big man. We will have a good time, fun guy. We will be having a good time on this channel. We will. We will bring up that excitement closer and closer. The anticipation will be high. Yeah. Cowboy saying, smash the like button, everybody. Thank you, Cowboy. I hope you make an amazing meal with your son for everybody, and you guys get nourished and the best, healthiest, best stuff as far as things. Cool Cat saying, I usually go at least 1 or 2 games every month, waiting to see if season ticket list opens up. Yeah, we'll see how it is. I know Cool Cat's going to find her way to the building. Certain ways, if you want to be in that building, you'll find a way. And I'm not waiting. I never get tickets ahead of time. I always get tickets right before the game at the game. Whether it's from my guy Marco outside that some of y'all have been introduced to while we've been hanging out outside the Scotiabank Arena, or just finding a way. Like sometimes Stevie Roots will have free tickets. We'll go on them. Or it used to be my good friend Chris worked for Pizza, and he had corporate pizza tickets that for from the office, and we would go for free all the time on those. So I've had my ways of going to Raptor games without even paying over the years. I've been very fortunate to go on free tickets very often. In fact, there was one game where I went to on Pizza tickets, and I was in the press box with the president of Pizza with my buddy Chris, and it was totally catered. They had all this food sitting in there, and I was sitting in one of the 200 level boxes with the head of Pizza, the guy who's in the commercials. And that was fun. It was a Clipper game. I remember it was a Clippers game. We lost, but I was in the box with the Pizza brass, the head of Pizza. It was crazy. Let's see. Tom Duke saying 100% fun guy. Yeah, the anticipation and the excitement about the NBA season is going to grow and grow, especially for our Raptors and what's going on. A super fan saying, W stream, Lex, keep at it. Go Raptors. And she's posted herself as one of the emotes. I love it, Monique. We are celebrating super fan Monique and Tom Duke today with amazing new emotes for this channel. I love it. Membership has its privileges. You get access to the Lex and Mo emotes. I love it. Cowboy saying, love the Raptor Freak family. Enjoy your day, Lex and Raptor Freaks. Respect again, Tom. I owe you a mug. Let's go, Raptors. Yes. That'll be a glorious day when Tom returns to Toronto and Bradley and Tom are reunited with the Mug brothers. That's right. I love it. All right, let's wrap it up. We're just under 9 minutes. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything I wanted to say about things. On the Raptor Freak private member group on Facebook, we have the FIBA World Cup schedule for Canada listed. August the 25th, France, 9:30 a.m. August 27th, Lebanon, 5:45 a.m. And August the 29th, Latvia, 9:30 a.m. So all 3 of those games will be watch along on this channel. You'll be able to watch them with me commentating during them. Even the one at 5:45 in the morning next Sunday. I will be up doing that one. All right, just a real quick note, our national televised games are Philadelphia, at Philadelphia, the second time we play Philadelphia. That game will be on NBA TV in the States, so they will be able to see the Raptors versus Nick Nurse in Philadelphia on November the 2nd. Then another game is at Washington on December the 27th. The game after Christmas will be on NBA TV against the Wizards. That's not really a barn burner, NBA. Wizards versus Raptors. Then the only game we're on TNT is going to be January the 18th. It will be Toronto versus Chicago in Toronto. So they may be trying to capture that DR DeRozan play-in game magic. So we need to win this game against the Bulls on TNT January the 18th. And then the final national TV game for the Raptors this year is against the Pacers. It will be in Indiana on February the 26th on NBA TV also. So that's the national televised schedule for the Raptors as it is for now. So, yeah, there you go. I guess that's pretty much all I want to say. The tough months this year are going to be November and January. These 2 months are going to be really, really, really chore and difficult for the Raptors to a degree. And it really won't be until we get past the All-Star break that the schedule will be very favorable for the Raptors after that. So it could very well be, if we're not really in a bad place, we could go on a real run and finish really strong in the second half of the season, because it's much more conducive for us to win. That month of January is all about road trips. Oh my gosh. Just real quick, let's do the Raptors Instagram check. Scotty Barnes watching UFC last night. He's a huge UFC fan. Now, he won't ever fight UFC himself, but he'll train in it and he'll watch it. He even went to the UFC fight while he was in Vegas. So he really has fallen in love with UFC. If it's Saturday night and UFC's on, Scotty's watching it, just so you know. Ron Harper Jr. is a part of Celebrity Row at a game in New York City. So he's getting put on blast as a NBA player in New York City. Pretty cool to see Ron watching Dylan in the front row, Dylan Harper playing in that game. Let's see. Thaddeus Young's got clips of Thad Jr. playing in his game right now. He's looking like a big point guard. The little guy's smaller than him. He goes right down the middle and right down, and he just lays it up. Thad Young Jr. is a prospect coming up, y'all. Dennis Schroeder putting Germany practicing on blast on his Instagram. And then, of course, always his swag and his apparel. Slim Duck still showing clips of him at his camp in Ottawa this week. That dunk he did, it was so awesome. And yeah, Slim Duck's just having a good week of being around people and getting interviewed and doing stuff with his camp. That's pretty much it. There's not a whole lot on Instagram from yesterday. Really short Instagram check for today. Let's see. W Nameless again for that screenshot. Yeah, awesome. And Chris Chalice loves the emotes. Yeah, the emotes are fire. I like them too. Membership emotes. That's right. Yeah. Do we get the chapter, Tom? Do we get the chapter? Oh, are you going to do the chapters for the stream? You know, in some ways, Tom's doing so much for the channel right now. I appreciate when he does the chapters, but in some ways, it's better for him to do them during the season. The off season is not as important. And it's not that he has to do them. It really is something that he's doing out of the goodness of his heart and to a degree. And I've told him it's not mandatory, but it is helpful. And it does really help the channel. But in some ways, it's like, I know it's a lot of work to a degree also. So I don't say like, Tom, you got to do the chapters. It's like, it's at his own discretion. And certain days he'll do them, like when it's a really important stream, like we're in the middle of the season, there's going to be some that he will do the chapters for sure. But in the off season, it's not as necessary in some ways. So we'll have to see. He's saying, of course, he's going to do them. All right. Well, make them real big, Tom. Don't cut them up too much. You can just do like big chunks and say, oh, Raptors Instagram check, talking about the schedule for this section, talking about David Thorpe. I don't know. You know how to do them, Tom. You're doing so good. Yeah. He's saying, nailed it, Lex. Thanks. No, man. Seriously, Tom. We've missed you for the couple of weeks you've been gone recently. And we are so happy to see you back. In some ways, I was worried about how you were doing, especially with the fires out west and different things. I don't want you to have extra stress or things happening in your life that aren't good. I'm so glad you're okay. Now we got to find out where Mike is, because we haven't seen Logical Raptors Fanatic either. For pretty much the whole time we haven't seen you, Mike has not been around either. And he has not been putting out content either. So I'm a little worried about Mike. And we're going to have to go check on Logical Raptors Fanatic and make sure he's all right. Yeah, it just does take time. Well, either way, Tom, listen, there's no pressure. You do as much as you want to do to help this channel. You do so much, and I'm thankful for it. And that's what matters. All right, there's like 2 minutes to go. And I know my dad's anxious to get going on stuff. So I'm going to wrap things up really, really fast right now, real quick. There's nothing else I don't think I have to talk about. Thanks again, Tom Duke, for just such an amazing thing that you've done with this channel this morning. I am so blown away by the little emoticons and the little things here, the Raptors symbol with the basketball, the pictures of me and Mo, the pictures of OG, Pascal, Scotty, all this stuff. It's amazing. You say, not a big deal. I ain't got no stress. Let's fucking go. Salute to everyone, Project Truth. Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much, Tom Ducarelli, associate producer of the Rapid Freak channel. You're an amazing dude. We love you, and thank you for coming back. All right, guys, tomorrow, a Monday moment. I'm not totally sure what I'm going to talk about tomorrow. We'll make it up on the fly, and I'm sure I'll have something pretty cool to talk about, but I don't know. We may just wing it tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Monday morning. Thank you, Tom. And at Mike, we'll find Mike. You added him? We'll see if he gets your at and he comes and checks on us. I just want Mike to be okay, too. I hope nothing's wrong with him in some ways. All right, y'all. All the best. Let's go Team Canada. Let's go Raptor Freak family. Let's go Tom Duke. Let's go Superfan Mo. Let's go, Canadian Cowboy. Let's go, all the rest of you guys. And so many gifted memberships today. Holy crap, Tom. What a guy. What a guy. All right, y'all. Thanks again. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Let's looking forward to the NBA season for the Raptors this year. A lot of good stuff's coming. I have a feeling. And let's not be pessimistic or think that forecast failure, because I don't think that's what's going to happen. Casuals may think the Raptors are going to fail this year, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think we're going to surprise people, as a lot of people have said in the stream today, and we'll go above and beyond what people actually expect for us this year. All right, y'all. Let's go Raptors.